Is it live? Are we live? It says going live. Now it says we're live. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is UltimatDJz. Welcome in. Skipping the whole 3-minute thing. I don't know. Do we need to do that? I don't think we need to do that. Welcome in, everybody. My name is UltimatDJz. This is Talking Trek Live. And no intro music, no stupid news, no music because we got it all out of the way and because YouTube hates our guts. Yet here we are on the tubes, deciding to stream for you today. Hello, I am your friendly neighborhood cat person saying hi, meow, purr. Welcome into the show, and would like to invite all of you to join us on the tube as we are streaming live. What's up? Shout out, Big Tex Neo on server 53. Lord Farquaad is here. 147. He says soon to be 146. We've got a merge coming up. Ripper. And it's happening. Paulo on server 34. Zach says, what's up? Let's do it. Dan 44 in the building. Doug on 4767. Zoomer says, but the news. We must do the news. We're not going to do the news. Hi. And Oliver DJz gets his shout out today. Oliver DJz on the Talking Trek server sound off. You get to say hello. You get to say, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Okay, now, what do you need? $2. What? Did you come out here during the podcast to get money off of me?
No, I need 2 AA batteries.
Oh, 2 batteries. Okay. I thought he said $2.
I need $2.
I don't have $2.
No, I get confused with battery and...
You get confused. Batteries and dollars. You know, it's an easy mistake to make, everybody. Ripper, I don't know about you. Is that an easy mistake to make? You get batteries confused?
Yeah. Totally.
Confused with dollars. Hey, Dad, I need $2. No, I meant batteries, Dad. I meant batteries. Oh, okay. Well, I can do batteries. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. YouTube chat going crazy. What's up, Sotac, Michael, Bill, Spartan, and Nostromo. Thank you. Girls game as well. Hello from server 49. You're right. It is actually a girls game as well. Absolutely. There's no gender here. We love everybody. I like to welcome you also in Discord. If you'd like to join the conversation, hand on over and join our Discord page. And we've got a stage up where today Criminal Ripper is hanging out with me. What's up, Rip? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, actually.
Good, excellent. Glad to hear it. Also, Blue Mandalorian is joining us on stage as well. What's up, Blue? How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Doing well, man. Doing good. All right, ladies and gents, let's go ahead and switch over into the game. Because, here's the thing, Rip. I kind of decided today that I wanted to be a little bit lazy. I ain't going to lie. I'm feeling just a bit lazy today. I thought that perhaps, what is happening? Oh, my screen. Okay, I got it. I was thinking today that perhaps we could do a show. As it turns out, now, you guys may remember, by the way, I should probably shout out, I don't even remember his name. I should probably apologize. I was wrong about something earlier in the month, Ripper. I know. Crazy, right? Shocking. I was wrong about something. When we were talking about the whole 2 days, 3 days faction hunt, like the X number of days between the arcs, and I said it was because there was a 31-day month. I'm pretty sure that couldn't have been more wrong.
I totally didn't follow anything you said back then because that was just...
Well, he's right.
All over the place.
He's right. It's a 28-day rolling count. It's like a 20. It doesn't matter what the days of the month are. They do it every 28 days, right? So like a 20-day arc and then 8 days in between. So I was way wrong. Whoever said that was absolutely 1,000% right. So my bad. I apologize. But here's the thing. Normally on this show, it would be the last day of the arc, right? It would be the last day of the arc. So we would normally claim that we can't give hints because it's not technically a show between the arcs. That's where we give hints, is in between the arcs, right, Rip? That's when we give hints. But Battle Pass actually ended a day early. And by the way, did anybody happen to notice this? Did anybody happen to notice when this thing launched that it was only 19 days? I didn't. Ripper, did you see 19 days on your Battle Pass? Because I didn't. I thought it was 20 days.
I don't know. I never looked there.
I don't remember. But you know what? In all fairness, I think the majority of our community don't, in fact, look at timers. They don't look at timers because if they did look at timers, then we wouldn't have issues like we had this past week, right? We did have a few issues this past week. So I tell you what we'll do is we'll talk about it. I'll invite people up to the stage if they would like to come up and talk. We're just going to have a little bit of a chill out conversation today, okay? Just hanging out. I'm going to do some Holodeck Games stuff. I'm going to do some Swarm Sunday stuff. And I've decided, Ripper, that we will do something stupid on screen today. Don't know what it is. I'll let you guys decide. I may buy something. I may upgrade something. But it's got to have some merit, all right? Don't just have me do something stupid. But, if somebody wants to see something, we will do something on screen today that if we can. All right? We'll try it, Ripper. We'll see if it's possible.
I think you should donate all your past year.
Donate all my par steel. Do you think that I should open my base and let somebody raid it?
No, I mean to your alliance.
Oh my God, no. I don't want to do that. Why? I need my steel. I might donate some of it. Sure. I could do that.
At least save that for a Unity event.
I mean, I'm going to do something. Look, Joker says I should promote an officer, but there needs to be merit. Why are we going to do something? I'll do something, but there's got to be a reason for it. Anyway, here's my point. We're between the arcs a day early. And I do, in fact, have the calendar. I did not get exact specific clearance to share it with you. So I'm just going to tell you it's like the same as what we always have. Is that something that we can say is like, hey, I don't expect anything different than what we always have. We always get a cow. We always get an apex. We always get a faction hunt. And we always get them in a various order, 3, 3, and 2, right? So that's what's happening. So shout out and apologize to the player who said that I was wrong about the days of faction hunt being related to a 31-day month, because he's totally right. He's so right. I am so wrong. What I'm doing right now is just kind of doing a little bit of Swarm up here in the level 41 Sequoia system, and doing my Swarm with my good old trusty Frank A here. What's up, Big Country? Welcome to the stage. How are you? Big Country's not talking yet. Trying to fix the iPad. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. I've got YouTube.
Yeah.
I got YouTube going, okay? I have Discord going, but Discord is only on a quarter of a screen right now, so I'm not going to be able to see very deep in the chat because I also have my OBS that I've got to monitor here a little bit. Okay, so I got YouTube chat, I got Discord, and that's what and then we got the voice stage, okay, which would be ideal. I'd like to welcome in Big Country and Lost and Found joining our stage here today as well. You guys are interested in seeing some goofiness today, so that's what we'll do. No, I don't want to give Oliver money. Spartan says I should give Oliver money. That comment's a few minutes old probably, but Zoomer says don't do that. Are you referring to donating? Big, I just said that I was going to do something stupid on screen today, whether it be spend this or upgrade that, whatever. I decided as long as there was educational merit, we would do something stupid on screen. And somebody suggested, Big, that I donate my 15.4 billion steel to the Alliance. I don't know that I want to donate all of that. I mean, I need that, right? Steel's pretty.
Yeah, that's I would not recommend that.
You
Steel's
could
pretty important.
solo armadas.
I don't like soloing armadas. It's kind of silly. I don't know. Well, maybe. I don't know. Whatever you guys come up with. Anthony says I could start a war. Ooh, Big. Can I start a war on screen today? That would be fun. That's part of the Sunday whatever. Actually, hold on. I got to rephrase. Big, I understand that you yourself got into a confrontation earlier today. Is that true?
No.
Are you sure?
No confrontation today. No,
No confrontation today? Because that's what I heard.
no, I don't. No confrontation.
I heard there was an incident in Borg space.
I mean, we hit. I hit some Borg probes. That's not.
Wait a second. So wait,
confrontation.
you hit Borg probes when you tell me all the time I'm not allowed to hit Borg probes?
that's not technically true. You're allowed. Over is over. That is okay to do.
IJ says you hit him out of row.
Well, what I think you should do is you should hit people that hit you. That's what you should do.
Mm.
That's what I believe you should do. So if you have people who hit you, you should hit them.
Mr. Stockwell says
that's
we
how
should.
it is.
Mr. Stockwell says we should start the Dominion over today. You want to start a new Dominion? Oh, it's such a bad idea. All these ideas are terrible, people. Durr I like this idea. Durr says that I should go mine data with Vemmet all over Augment Space. That's hilarious. I should go and break every node. I think Scopely would get mad at me if I did that. I mean, honest to goodness, I think if we broke every
Doesn't it
node.
still work? I thought that doesn't work anymore.
Does it not work? After I did it, I just never did it again because I didn't want to be a problem.
You can test it out.
We could test it out. All right, listen, I do have a couple of questions. Clueless one says, do it for science. I mean, sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. We'll do it. We'll see. You know what? That is an educational test. We're going to take Vemmet. I need somebody on 15 to volunteer to come and hit me. Somebody on 15 to volunteer to come and hit me. I'm loading Vemmet on a Botany Bay right now. We're going to go see if we can break a node.
You should do it like on the lower,
No, I'm going straight to Yarda.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should sort by alphabeticals. It still have to go all the way to the end. You know what? They should have added a reverse alphabetical button, which would have also been great. Wait a minute. Where's my Vemmet? Where's Vemmet? Look! Vela, Vix. Where's Vemmet? I must have him on a ship. I got him on a ship somewhere. I must. Let's see. Vemmet's on ship B. Where's ship B? Oh, okay. He's only a second away. Let's unload him. Woo! Let's unload that too. 162,000 ISO. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, Zoomer says, what does mining with Vemmet do? Hopefully nothing. But it used to be that Vemmet would break nodes. Like, you know how like you got the circle spinny nodes, the ones that never refresh, and Vemmet would break that node. If he was attacked, then he would break that node when he was resurrected. So there's good old Vemmet.
On our server, the node that's at 9 o'clock in Sulaban is broken.
You know what? I've heard about that many times. IJ messages me about that every Monday. IJ and Foe, both of them, ask me about it every single Monday. I've sent it up. I have. All right. Let's see. We are loaded with Vemmet as captain and full synergy. If the ship... Did they change this? If the ship survives an attack that depletes its shields and is destroyed in a following attack during the same battle...
Yeah, that means just shots, weapon attack.
Oh, shots. Okay. So that means don't bring an Enterprise.
I can't remember. No, it should be shots.
Don't bring an Enterprise. You can't kill me in one shot. Maybe bring like a Tala or a Mayflower, something that's not going to destroy me in one shot.
It just means that you need howl after your shield is gone.
Exactly. You can't kill me. You can't kill me in one shot. We're gonna go to Yarda, Hank. Hank's gonna come. A baby jelly would. Can a baby jelly get over here? I don't know. All right, I'm coming into Yarda. I'm in the 9 o'clock position, and we'll try to see if Vemmet still breaks nodes. I don't think that he does. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think he does.
I'm pretty sure that was fixed.
I think it was too.
It was never actually the true reason.
Oh, it was the reason. Well, it was the cause.
I mean, I know all those nodes were stuck in combat, but
it was the cause.
Vandal
says it was fixed. I'm thinking that it was too. But it was definitely, listen, technically speaking, there might have been another reason for it, but he was the cause. Yeah, he was what did it.
I mean, there's still like some hostiles and some armadas that sometimes break and are stuck in combat. But
yeah, that does happen. What's up, Van? Vandal is joining us in the chat today. What's up, man? Welcome back to Talking Trek. Van was the star of our most recent After Party Ripper, and I've gotten like an absolute ton of messages about that podcast. It's actually been really, really interesting. Even players not on 14 have really been enjoying listening to that because they're like, wow, something similar is on my server or something, like that has happened on my server. It seems to be a very common story. It's kind of cool. So, what's up, man? We're trying to follow up here. We want to know, Clueless One says, has drama increased or decreased since the show? Vandal, you can come up to the stage if you like, if you want to chat. All right, I'm looking for somebody. Hank, didn't you say you were coming? I've got a bounty hunter on my tail. I'm going to have to dodge around a little bit. Hank's on his way. All right, I'm in Yarda, but I'm going to have to move around a little bit. I'm just going to speed mine some of these nodes and maybe turn on battle mode. So much better. Man, Rip, I really like battle mode. I use it all the time. I use it for many things. What's up, Vandal from Server 14, Admiral of Kree? Welcome to the stage. How are you today, man? Oh, Vandal's on mute. Joker says use the move, warp, abort trick. Okay, you know what? I have an admission to make. All right, I do have an admission to make. When you guys were all talking to me about the way to get rid of bounty hunter. Don't do that yet, Big. Don't do it yet, Big. Don't do it yet, Big. Woo! Good save. Hang on. I want somebody to teach me so we can do it on screen. Because honest to God, when you guys were telling me, see, I've always brought 2 ships. Okay? I've always brought 2 ships. Hank, don't kill me yet. I've always done 2 ships. I bring in the decoy first, and then I warp it out, and then the bounty hunter disappears. You guys are saying that you can do it with 1 ship. All right, Vankman says I call it the BHFO maneuver. Do I want to know what that stands for? Is that bad? I probably can't say.
Something probably fake out.
What is it?
Probably something fake out.
The bounty hunter fake out maneuver? Okay. All right. So show me how to do this. All right, here we go. We got a bounty hunter coming. Vankman says it's the bounty hunter F off maneuver. I like the fake out one better. Okay, we'll go with that.
It's easy to do it with the floater, but I've struggled to do it like where I'm end up still mining.
So okay, well someone needs to tell me because I'm getting ready to die. What do I do? All right.
Well, the mining one and the regular one are very different because the regular one is simply a just pick a location and impulse, send it there. Warp, recall, warp, cancel, and don't do anything, and then that hostile still heads towards that original impulse location.
So
just like a PvP ship would.
So I just did it, but that bounty hunter's still coming at me.
Yeah.
So wait, I need to set something farther away from me, is what you're saying. Okay, so let's set a destination down here.
Usually it's across the system.
Now the bounty hunter is reoriented. Now I'm going to recall and stop.
No, it's mid motion. You have to do the recall and stop.
Yeah,
like
I was
on your way to the destination. You recall and stop so that you want to separate yourself from that destination.
Okay, so let's see. So it does look like the bounty hunter never changed his orientation. He's still going down here to this area, and I'm up here. But you're saying as soon as I move to this node, he's going to reorient and start to target me again.
Yeah, the moment you change your status, like move somewhere.
Yeah, he just moved me again. All right, so let's try see if we can do this way. Nope, I wasn't on the node. I didn't make it to the node. Nope, didn't work. All right, so it doesn't work for mining. It only works for armadas. Well, blah. Okay, Hank, let's find us a node. All right, here. I'm on a node. Hank, come and kill me. I'm using Vemid as captain. And like Van says, I'm 99% sure this is already fixed. So it works. Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. It works for Armadas. Okay. Regarding the Server 14 podcast, let's see. Server 11 and 19 merged. Their coalition was 14 alliances. They eventually ended up getting into 1v1. Had to, because the game was unplayable. Vandal says, not real sure. No real drama. Nobody's really said much about it. I don't think they liked it. They probably didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Hank!
I went to their Discord.
Hank, did you just
and dropped the
die?
line.
Hey, what's up, Van?
What's up?
So nobody actually listened? Oh, wait, no.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I did die, and Vemit resurrected me. Now, can I mine that node? Yep, sure can. Vemit doesn't break nodes anymore, Ripper. We just tested it on camera. There we go.
You know what I would like to see, though, is add a feature of bribing, where like you can bribe a tail off of you.
That'd be kind of cool. I
Just
still
like-
wouldn't.
like
I still wouldn't do it.
5 faction credits and they're gone.
Ew, God, no. Not faction credits. That's terrible. All right. The Vemit myth has been debunked. All right. Next. Yes, it is a good thing. You're absolutely right. The fact that he no longer breaks nodes is actually very, very good. That's excellent. I could only imagine on a server at war, Vandal, if Vemit still broke nodes, y'all wouldn't be able to mine anything.
Oh yeah, they'd be out there doing it on purpose.
I know, I would too. Listen, if I was, you know what, it would be the one and only deterrent. Van, I would go to a system that's widely popular for mining, and I'd put Vemit on as captain, and I would plant myself on a node, and then you guys would have to think long and hard about whether or not you're going to mess that system up. Am I worth it? Is little old UltimatDJz worth breaking this system? Van, what would the answer be if just in a hypothetical, only because you're at war and this is a fun conversation, in a straight up hypothetical, if destroying a ship destroyed a node, do you think it would change the culture of your guys' war?
Well, it would actually be better for us because they can't do it to our territory.
They can still hit.
Well,
They could still break that node.
We would have to have like Vemit as captain, and they would have to hit us while we're on the
obviously,
node.
duh.
They can't be on our nodes.
That's true. Duh. But maybe just in territory, though, right? I mean, surely not everybody gets all their mining done inside territory. Have to do it somewhere else.
True. I mean, if those guys wanted to go to deep space, but I mean, really, I can get like 2/3 of my mining done in territory, and I can go visit for the last one.
You know, crazy enough, Big. I was very obviously I was silent about this. I didn't argue with you or anything, but I was disappointed when our alliance dropped the 4-star crystal territory because I like mining crystal. Actually, no, it wasn't the 4-star crystal we had. We had a 3-star crystal, but it was fast.
Yeah, 3-star crystal.
We had a 3-star crystal, but it was fast. I was like, man, you know, because I still mine a lot of crystal. I'm thinking, but you know, even gas. There's so few nodes in territory. I don't mine in territory. I can never find a spot. Literally. Okay, right now, let's play an experiment. Now, I mine a lot of isogen. But right now, let's just check out Makala. We got one G4 system with 10 nodes. Let's check it out. All right. Oh, my gosh, there's an open one. That never happens. All right, now they're making me liars. There's 3 open G4 nodes, Big. First of all, slackers. All of us. For not using these. But they really are.
They are following my advice.
They're always full. That's right. Their Ripper's message is finally spreading. No more mining. All right, now let's check out the 3 stars. I don't mind here.
3 stars is always open.
Yeah, I don't mind here. It's crazy. I probably should. Look, that's completely wide open. Why do we even own these territories? Look. The buff. Gosh. Is this a first world problem, Big? I mean, oh my God, there's nobody.
No, it's
nobody.
Just the G4 that gets used all the time.
Oh
the
my
G3
God.
probably on Mondays will get used some, but I think we have 3 of them. Like all of our systems are gas.
Yeah, and I just don't need a ton of that. I mean, I need some.
That's what
I should.
not that, but Jag has it. Well, they did have it. I think they dropped the one, but they used to have. I think they still might. They have one of each.
They have it. Yeah, they picked up the crystal that we dropped, didn't they?
No, they're Tholos has the crystal.
All right,
Tholos has crystal.
let's go check this.
And
Oh
so
my God.
does Zera.
I
And
can't
then-
get rid of the banners. All right, so the crystal we had. Where was the crystal we had? It was down here.
Lenara or Abalak.
Yeah, right
Abalak.
here. Okay, so UNSF has it now. We had this one for crystal. But Big has made some moves to get us the most ISO. Look here. This and you know, I don't know about particles. Do you? Let me ask you, Van, because you guys have alliances across the map, and you guys are still, as you had mentioned, you're still trading for particles. Is particles still a huge need, like a daily need on server 14?
Well, most of us have like 2/3 of the particles. So, like right now, one of our allies traded systems with us, so they can load up on Surax. And when Surax is the one that they have the most of, we're going to trade back, and we get double phantom pulls out of it. So, it's mutually beneficial.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. By the way, if anybody has been tracking this, you may recall. Here we go. You may recall that we, in the very beginning, had indicated to you guys how many particles were necessary to completely finish the territory tree. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I'm going to recap it for you. It was 8,250 Metreon particles. It was 37,500 of the Phantom, Quantum, and Surax particles. Now, someone had mentioned to me the other day, I saw a screenshot where somebody had over the number of Metreon particles that were necessary. They had like 8,500. So I said to that player, and this is actually really, really good thinking here, Big. I said to that player, gosh, you don't need to spend emulsion on Metreon particles anymore. Like, you're done. That's it. And he said to me, probably the smartest thing ever, and I'm going to give a quick nod here to Jessica from the official Discord. Me and her have butted heads a little bit over the last couple of days about this TOS recruit thing. But this player had said, and I'm going to give a nod here to Jessica when she says, Scopely says one thing, does another, and there's arguments on both sides of this. Me personally, I don't care that they're selling a pack, but I understand what she said. Even Bubba came on the stage and said, listen, sometimes it's not about them doing this or that. It's just about the fact that they said the chest wasn't coming back. So, and I don't necessarily want to dive down this rabbit hole really big, but I do kind of want to maybe pose the question, like, if Scopely says one thing and later changes their mind, what would we like? Like, do we want a communication ahead of time? Like, what is it? Because listen, nobody should be deciding anything that's going to happen, forever, permanently. You know what I'm saying? Like that should never happen. Phantom particles, YT, you're going to need 37,500. Daniel says, can I post the total particle chart in our graphics room? I'm almost sure it's there, Stevens Aaron, or it was, or we can find it. Ripper may even have it. I don't know where it is right now. We can look for it a little bit later. But, yeah, it's 8,250 Metreon.
Remember the numbers.
How do I remember the numbers?
You just do.
Oh,
you don't need a chart for this.
They're just in my head. 37,500.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're a car salesman, you're going to have to remember numbers.
I got to remember numbers. There you go. So anyway, very quickly, I steered off the topic here for a second. This player said, listen, I know that I have the number of Metreon particles needed, but you never know. That's what he said. You never know when this tree could get expanded. You know what? I'll be daggone. That's actually really smart. Really kind of a smart move, So I don't know. I'm not suggesting anything, but you know what? That was probably pretty intuitive. His comment was, it's not expensive. It's 5 ISO emulsion a day. Literally 5. Just 5. Not 500 or 5,000. It's 5. All right?
You know what? I keep forgetting.
You know what? Hey, somebody found this. Let me bring this over. Let me see if... Whoa. Okay, hang on.
Is it the research chart?
Now I got stfc.space loaded up here.
It looks like you recalled at the right time.
Oh, did somebody come around? Wow.
I just saw that 50. I think that was Irish. It just worked out. So he must have been like getting ready to hit you.
Right there. Okay, there you go, zoomed in. So there's your ISO emulsion, your dilithium, your quantum, phantom, Surex. Of course, don't worry about the primes. Those are not sourceable for free, at least not at this time. And 8,250. So I was off by 80. Sorry, 37,580 quantum, phantom, and Surex particles. That's what you got there. And so there it is. If you want to clip that, if anybody wants to clip that from the YouTube channel, all right, I'll leave it up for a few more seconds. But this player actually had a good idea. And as we are, discussing particles, we're discussing kind of moving around, bouncing around, visiting for particles, players. And of course, too, you got to think a lot of us have done some level of research there. Some players are just now breaking in with the new Meridian refinery. So a lot of players have a long way to go on this, and it is probably not a bad idea for only 5 ISO emulsion. 5? And, I guess what does it cost? Cost 20 a day. 20, not 200 or 2,000. 20. 20 a day to keep accumulating these particles. This may actually be one thing that I would continue to accumulate. You know, one thing that I don't accumulate? Somebody actually asked me about this the other day, and I feel really, really bad. I feel super bad, Big Country, because this player came to me. I don't even have it in here anymore because we don't have the service activated. Oh, poor cat. Poor cat. This guy had like over 100 of the Black Fleet memorials. He was buying them every day.
I know.
He was buying them every day.
I never activated it 'cause
Oh,
nobody
dear.
used it.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. He was buying them every day. I feel so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't, and they're not cheap. Does anybody remember what those things cost? It's been forever since I've done
Yeah,
it.
I can activate it.
They
No.
should,
No,
they
don't
should
activate
have
it.
a cool down just for everyone's safety.
Yeah, don't activate it and don't put it on a cooldown. Is it also, look at that, Anubis, why do you have 100? Is that yours? Oh gosh. See, people have done this. This has happened. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, look at that, Rip. Somebody's got 108. You got, by the way, you only need one. Okay, so please don't
It's
continue
like
to buy.
1,000 ISO motion for me. Purchased.
I don't know. Oh, hey, Lewis. What's up? Lewis says in the YouTube chat, DJ, my wife loves the cat. She wanted me to tell you that. Well, hello, Mrs. Lewis. Meow. Thank you, purr. You make me purr. Thank you very much. Appreciate you liking the kitty cat. All right. So anyway, yeah. Oh gosh, Anubis says yes. That's mine. Did not know they were not needed, and that's expensive. Big Bad Ed says, why do you only need one? Okay. Hey, Ripper, let's do this. Why do you only need one, everybody? Let's take a look at stfc.space, okay? I'm going to zoom in here.
One could argue you need
I mean,
0.
technically it's
but,
one per.
Well, that's true. One could argue that you do, in fact, need 0 because it is used for the Klingon sarcophagus. All right, so let's take a look at
per
the
sarcophagus.
one per sarcophagus, okay? So, Big Bad Ed, you could use 2 if you decided to max 2 of these ships. You could also get 108 sarcophagi. Is that the plural of sarcophaguses? I'm going to go with that.
You should get no more sarcophagi than you
that
can
would be.
improve.
Don't get any more sarcophagi, everybody, okay? You are limited to 0. Kidding. Don't do that. Anubis is apparently limited to 108 sarcophagi. Anyway, I kind of really loved... Oh, my God, look, a new feature. Look, a new feature, everybody. Ooh, Rip. Hold on. I got to turn the cat off. I'm going to turn the cat off just for a second, everybody, so you guys can see this. Wowzers, Rip, this looks good, man. Looks
Thank
real
you.
good. So we got a range now and a slider for the tiers. Oh, man, this is amazing. Here's all the, okay, so we can turn the stats on and off, but we still have, oh, Rip. Man, you have really
I
made
also
this
added
nice.
colors to the names if they're uncommon, rare, or epic, hopefully to make it easier to see. I don't know.
Do you plan to add ranges to like the research and buildings as well?
Yes.
Nice.
This is incredible.
Because the one thing about the Metreon, like the particles that you need, it's like of the 8,000 Metreon, you only need 5,000 until you're Ops 47.
Guys, check this out. He's offered a slider so you can turn off the range and just do the tier, the one tier build cost. But you could turn on the range and have a beginning and an end so you can see where you need to go with it. Rip, that's cool, man. That's real cool. All right, so let's break this down. Let's look at the entire range, okay? And by the way, we're going to show this here in a second. So the Uncommon Black Fleet Memorial, okay? You only need one of these for the entire ship. All right, this is it. Total cost, total build. All right, 1 through 12. Okay, so the Uncommon is what you need. I think, what did we say at tier 3? That's right. To get to tier 3. As a matter of fact, let's turn the range off. To go from tier 2 to tier 3 is going to take one of these. And by the way, we know where it is. It's going to be on the warp component. They always put these locks on the warp component, okay? So you only need one, all right? Then to go from 5 to 6, by the way, look, 4 to 5, nothing, all right? But then 5 to 6, we had the rare Black Fleet Memorial. Guys, these were nothing more than ops locks, all right? These were just like we got with the Frank A, all right, and the interlocks and regulators and all that stuff. Same thing as what you've got right now with the Meridian, the interlock and the warp lock regulator. Okay, these are just warp locks. They're gateways. So you definitely only need one. Okay, you definitely only need one. And for people who have spent on those, I'm very sorry. How much ISO emulsion are you spending? That sounds expensive. I'm so sorry that we are just now sharing this with you. I'm sorry, Anubis. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel a little bit nauseous for you. Chuck's the Grunt says, I have 92. I was today years old when I learned about this. Oh, Chuck, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. 1,240 ISO emulsion per interlock. 1,240 ISO emulsion.
Yeah, they really need to add a note, 1 per sarcophagus on that thing.
1 per sarcophagi. Yeah. So anyway, by the way, Rip, this looks amazing. This range slider thing is phenomenal. Holy cow.
I spent so much time on that thing.
Did you really? I could tell this is amazing. And then the statistics for everything. Oh, by the way, you know why? I'm going to tell you why Ripper actually spent some time labeling this stuff. And it's probably something that deserves a quick, you know what, well, today, we're just going down basic game knowledge, all right? Let's show you something in game. This drives people crazy. I know that people get frustrated by this. Let me put in a ship that needs to be upgraded, okay? Here, let me put in my D4, okay? It's only tier 2. Now, I am base tier 2, okay? You guys see this. So I'm tier 2. When I come over here to stfc.space, okay, here, let's go back to ships. I'm going to do my D4, okay? If I am tier 2, all right, then the cost for me to get to tier 2 is this. All right, I should just turn the range off, okay? My cost to get from tier 1 to tier 2 would have been this. This, by definition, means all of the components that you're going to do at tier 1 to get to tier 2. Really quick, somebody's asking the question, what ops is the Epic Memorial Lock to? That is Ops 42. Ops 42 is where you'll get it. So if anybody did actually want to build the sarcophagus up past tier, what did we say it was? Tier 7 or tier 9. If you want to go past tier 9 with it, then, Ops 41, my apologies. Ops 41 is where that refinery will open it. So those of you who are going to stop buying it right now, that's completely fine. Stop buying it. But if you decide that you eventually want to take it past tier 9, you will need to buy it one more time so that you can get your epic. Okay? You'll be able to get your epic out of that when you decide that you want to do that. All right? But here's why. Here's why I'm not going to. And real quick, I'll show you my Sarco real fast, and then we're going to move to the D4. Actually, we can do two things at once here, okay? My Sarco is tier 6, all right, tier 6, and I still need one component. Now, this particular component is a bad example because the name is too long, but this, see, my ship is tier 6, folks, all right? So these components are tier 7 components, or accurately, Ripper, what we should say, Mark 7. Mark 7 components are what these are, okay? I'm having a lot of trouble with Discord. I hope that we don't have any more trouble with OBS. I'm gonna take it down and maximize Discord back out because I can't see you guys. All right, so these are Mark components, Mark 7 components. So if we come back into stfc.space, where'd it go? stfc.space. All right, and we're gonna look at the sarcophagus again. I'm going to come down here, and I am tier 6, okay? This is what's going to cost me to take my ship to a naked tier 7, all right? This, for example, this entire list right here is the total cost of all of the Mark 7 components. This is what it takes to get it to a naked 7, all right? Now, if I want to come down here, these... okay, associated with the tier 6 to tier 7, this button right here is tier 6. Okay, that's what this is. This button, tier 6, and then we go to tier 7. Okay, or well, maybe this is 6. Whatever. Tier 6 to tier 7 is the cost. Now, if I come down here, if I'm on 6 to 7, Ripper also breaks it down and said, okay, here are the Mark 7 components and what they're going to cost, not only, but also what they're doing. Okay, and then if I come up here, if I turn stats off, then that's going to turn those off, and it's just going to give me the cost, which, by the way, is also great for space saving. So these are the Mark 7 components that I am working on as a tier 6. Okay, so tier 6 to 7, this is the sum of everything, but this is how it breaks down, and these are labeled Mark 7 because technically, when you are tier 6, you are upfitting the Mark 7 components or the tier 7 components. All right. When I go to tier 7, now I'm starting to work on Mark 8 components. So where you can easily see this, and you can't see it on this particular weapon, but I'm going to go back to the D4. I'm going to go back to my D4 for a second where it's tier 2, which means I'm working on Mark Scopely. Ripper.
Yeah.
Damn it, Scopely!
It shows Mark II on the uninstalled components, but Mark III on the installed components. Hey, but the cost displayed is for the Mark III cost.
Okay,
so
let's
for the Mark III component.
Let's
and
do
the
this
stats
one.
is also Mark III, but the name is Mark II.
I got it. All right.
Fun.
So, yeah. So, way to go, Scopely. All right. So let's do this one right here because I don't want to spend any uncommon. So I'm going to spend some common. Right here. This is Impulse Engine Mark II. Now, what that technically, I'm going to go narratively. I'm going to say that's because that's what I've got. All right. I have this. I have 10,930 Dodge. I got a 115 Impulse. I have the Mark II engine because I am tier 2. Now, if
Actually,
I buy this,
displayed there are for the Mark III. You have to subtract what you get in the plus to get actually the currently installed stats.
Oh, so I don't. Wow, Scopely, this is terrible.
This is not what you have. This is what you get.
Scopely! This is messed up, man. You got it all bumfuzzled. Horrible. Hey, I know a guy.
So the green plus
this.
is already included, and you have to subtract to see what you have right now.
I know a guy that can fix this. Yeah, his name is Ripper. Yeah, he's good. He's real good. He can fix this. Jackwagons. All right. So, we're talking about doing stupid things on camera. Here we go. We're going to purchase a Mark III impulse engine for the D4, okay? This is the Mark II. This is what I've got, okay? I'm going to spend 22.7 million titanium, and then what we're going to get is that this. So what you're saying, Ripper, if we're testing an outcome, this is going to change and display Mark III.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's buy it. And now I have the Mark III. Now I have my 10930. So Ripper's correct. That value, man, this is all bumfuzzled. This is actually bad.
It's so confusing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the cost is for Mark III, the stats are for Mark III, but the name is Mark II. It doesn't make any sense. It shows you what you currently like. The name shows what you currently have, but the stats is for what you're gonna get.
That's terribly not intuitive, Scopely. Like, that's actually really bad. Horrible. All right. So anyway,
Really was hoping you wouldn't notice.
I'm gonna turn my cat back on. People are asking for the kitty cat. Well, the drunk cat. I'm not drunk. Hey, what's up, G? Gregor, Squirrel. Hey, Gregor, what's up, man? Welcome to the stage. Gregor is here. How you doing,
hey,
Mike?
buddy?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, it's good to hear from you. It's good to hear from you, man. You've been doing good. It's been like a whole week since I talked to you. I didn't even get to talk to you at all on the phone this week. I've kind of missed you, man.
No. I was on travel. I'm on travel next week too.
Oh no. Are you going to the overseas place?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Nope, just another state.
Just the other states. Okay. You going to pick up computer chips? Can you swing by and drop me off a couple million? I would really appreciate it. I would really.
Couple of computer chips?
Yeah, I need wafers. If you don't care, I need to put them in my truck so I can sell cars. Anyway, all right. So there you go. That's stfc.space and a seemingly very cool new improvement right there with the range. I love that, Ripper. Like, that is good. And guys, it by default gives you the capability of seeing what it's going to cost to go with a group. Ripper, you said this is coming soon for buildings, or already up?
No, not up yet. But
okay.
I'm figuring out how to do it the best way.
Let's see. I'm ops 41.
I probably already missed this, but did you already cover like how research plays into those?
No, not really. So let's do this. Okay. Going back to the sarcophagus again. I'm tier 6. Let's turn off the range. I'm tier 6. So let's look at the Mark 7 components. All right. So some people were. I'm going to turn the stats off too. So people are asking, does this include research efficiency? Okay. No, it does not. That is a down the road project, Rip. I know that it's something that we're kind of keying on, but it is a down the road project, not something that we're doing that is. It's not even, I would imagine, short term. Okay, let's send this ISO home before I get
no,
pilfered.
not short term.
This is not a short term project because I mean you think about it. This requires a whole new database design and username and password security and all that
This
stuff.
is where it'd be awesome if Scopely partnered with Ripper and let you put in your player ID and it extracted your researches.
That would be awesome because then it
would be awesome.
Actually nice to use.
Would be super awesome.
Scopely is not very open to those kind of things.
Yeah, not going to happen. Scopely has pretty much said over our dead nacelles. Is that going to happen? So, and I guess from a security standpoint, I guess I kind of get it. Unless Ripper was willing to hand over the entire project and let Scopely put it on their servers. But I'm going to go with, I don't think that's a good idea either. Just to be.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not sure there's a big security risk as long as they create a sharded database that has a bunch of data filtered out, right? Where maybe it was just your research levels and not maybe like your resources.
Oh yeah, I just need research levels, building levels, and for a future project officer state, like what level your officer is and stuff.
You wouldn't have to expose like names or transaction data or anything, right?
No, don't care. Don't want it, don't need it.
Maztec, you got it. Super awesome idea. Abso-effing-lutely never happening. You're correct. And yes, can you imagine all the bugs? Maztec says. Yes, I can agree. Jean-Luc says, will there be a hint for the next part?
Bugs.
Well, but if Scopely puts it on their servers, like, who knows how they might infect it.
Well, there are bugs on the page. Totally.
Yeah, but you know what? But you're pretty responsive. Vandal wants to know why I don't have any dill. I should have 1 billion dill? Oh no, I've never had 1 billion dill. I spend a lot of dill though. I'll show you this in just a second. I speed through a ton of research. Like, I spend dill as I have it because I've lost a bunch of it before. I've lost hundreds of millions of dill before in a raid. So I try not to keep a lot. Like, this is super abnormal for me. I really don't keep this stuff a lot. I'm waiting to get enough materials. And you know what? I kind of hope, Ripper, that the range thing comes soon. But it's not necessary because I've already mapped it out on your website. I mapped out a bunch of stuff. So when I get enough materials to blow through that 15 billion, I will. Now, by the way, real quick, somebody wanted to talk about the research, okay? Here's my Mark 7 Black Fleet torpedo. It's telling me it's going to take 148 rare. All right. If we come to stfc.space, the Black Fleet torpedo Mark 7 is supposed to take 420. Wait a second. Is that right? My efficiency that strong? Shouldn't be. This is the Mark 7, right? Yeah, Mark 7. Black Fleet torpedo, 148. Dang. Is that right? Okay, let's check it out. That feels
is that correct. I don't know. Maybe I introduced the bug. Who knows?
I don't know if my research efficiency is that good.
It seems a bit much.
Seems a bit high. But you know what? We'll check it out because there's only a couple of places that it can be. So, and this is what's cool about being on YouTube. We can do all this stuff. We can show it all off. We can make sure everybody sees everything. Let me set my meridians back out. Yes, I'm running with two meridians, and actually,
wait, how much crystal does it take?
Let me go back. Crystal, it's calling for 40. And stfc.space is calling for 110. See, now that... Oh, my God. You know what? This, Ripper, is not your bug. This is a game bug. Because the Klingon sarcophagus is not a faction ship, but it's displaying the faction researches in here, isn't it?
No, they should be disabled for that cost.
Did they? Did they turn that off?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's check out research.
No, but 420 seems correct.
420 is correct.
It seems correct.
Well, then you know what? Here, let's do this before we get too crazy. Let's do the calculation. All right, so if 420 is the base equals 1 divided by 1 plus the sum of all bonuses, 1 minus... Trying to think how to set this formula up. The base value divided by 1 plus the sum of all bonuses. I need a notepad. I need to draw.
At least for my Ops 39 stuff, I have for neutral ship ore, I have a 43% efficiency.
All right, so 142. Sorry, I'm doing this with a mouse. I'm really bad at drawing with a mouse. Equals 420. Woo! That's bad. Divided by 1 plus bonus. So what I'm trying to do is
maybe I broke it. Who knows?
All right. Now, if I multiply 142... No, that's divided by... So if I divide both sides by 420... No, that's not the right way to do this. 420
Wait.
Over...
Something is wrong.
No, it's like It's a base divided by what you see minus 1. Is
I
your
think it has a
percentage.
bug.
So, what now? Gosh, I don't reverse engineer these very often.
420 divided by 142 equals 1 point something, and that point something is that percentage.
So 420. You're saying 420 divided by 142
No,
minus
DJ,
1.
the numbers on the page are wrong. I'm counting something twice, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't think this is right.
Why am I counting twice?
Lord Farquaad.
Damn it!
Can we get away with
It's
that?
saying you have 195% efficiency, which does not seem right.
See, first, here's what we have to do.
Yeah,
We've got to take
it's supposed to be 210.
the bell curve
know
of
why.
research, okay? And this is like the peak research here. But down here, you have the base values. All right? These are the base... No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to keep doing that. All right. Terrible. Can we actually keep doing that? We can't do that. All right, so... now, yeah, you know what I think? Ooh, looky here. Looter was able to find a screenshot. Woo, look at that. That's zoomed in. Let me zoom out on this a little bit. Here's a screenshot from Sarcophagus from what we were able to get from Kelvin Memorial Library. Shout out, Looter. Thank you. And it's showing 200. No. Wait a second. Oh, this is total, though. This is total, the total tier.
Yeah.
So it's showing 840. Well, let's go back
So-
to STFC.
So on my
Yeah,
page,
it used
the
to be
total is correct, but the per component one is counting things twice for some reason. It's half.
Yeah, that's 840, 420, 420, 420, 420. And it's counting them double up.
Let me fix that real quick.
Okay. See? Hey, we're fixing bugs. Anyway, so it's supposed to cost 210. Anyway, bottom line is 210 is what it's supposed to be. 148 is what it's going to cost me, and there we go. So 210 divided by 148 minus 1. That means I should have roughly... I don't think that math is right either. So, Mark, are you saying that I'm supposed to have a 41.9% efficiency? But that's not right. That's not right either.
That also does not count your... Well, is there any refunds for neutral ship?
No.
No.
No refunds. Anywho. All right. So there you go. No, I wasn't. No, what we just noticed on stfc.space is that the total cost is correct. For some reason down here, the database entries are doubled. Ripper, is it safe to... As a matter of fact, that's interesting. Are they all identical? Surely not. Hey, Looter, do you still have the per component? Look here, Ripper.
No, they're all identical.
They are identical. Okay, because the 4 weapons, the 2 kinetics and the 2 energies, they're showing exactly identical. Is it duplicating everything? Are all these values halved?
Yes.
So these are all cut in half. Okay.
It's just the per component cost, though.
So even down here,
GUI,
what
but
about just
data in the database is correct?
just weapons? So
No, it's all components.
okay.
I made an oopsie.
We made an oopsie. We're gonna fix it.
We just didn't notice it because no one looks up the sarcophagus.
Is it?
No, it affects all ships.
Is it all of them? Here, let's check the D4. We'll check it.
It's for all ships.
All right, so I'm a tier 2. It's gonna take 850 crystal, but down here, yeah, they're doubled. Look, see, that takes 850 and that takes 850, but it only takes 850 total. So they're doubled up. Doubled. All right, we'll get it fixed.
It happens.
It happens.
You know.
What the hell, man? Who cares? Vandal says, we don't even need a Sarco. Why is everyone stressing? I'm with you. I just decided to show it off. And no, by the way, that will not be my test. I am not upgrading Sarco. What a sorry ship. Okay.
Yeah, let's just stick to spending lat on Meridian.
I'm fine to spend lat on the Meridian. So I started down this rabbit hole just a second ago. I've got 2 meridians out here. Some people have already asked why I'm mining across the screen. Well, clearly you guys see I'm not paying attention. So if one of them dies, here I am putting my strategy out there. So really, there's a super easy way around my strategy. Bring in 2 ships and park them both next to me. All right, just FYI. But no, what I'm doing, if one of them dies, then I can quickly come back and try to get the other one to safety. But as you can see, since I've been on stream, that actually hasn't happened yet. Not that I'm issuing a challenge. Nobody needs to get crazy, okay? No one needs to get crazy. Here, let me hide my system name. Damn it.
I'm sure someone's crewing at this very moment.
I was going to say, Battle Bridge mode apparently does not hide your system. My bad. So anyway, nonetheless, but yes, I did. I tiered up both meridians. So here's one, level 35, tier 7. And then I did also, during the ticketed event yesterday, I also took the meridian to tier 6. I took this one to tier 6 during the ship XP ticketed event yesterday. So, and obviously I spent way more ship XP than I needed to, but I mean, I was doing this anyway. I was absolutely doing this anyway, so I might as well have taken it up. And now, I don't know, is Bubba here? I wanted to talk more to Bubba. I know Bubba is still very sour about he's still real sour about the Sarco. And I get it. He was wanting other changes to miners, not a new miner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's Bubba. There's Bubba. Bubba, we're having a much lesser formal conversation today as we're just kind of hanging out on the YouTube. But
you mean Meridian, not Sarco.
Did I say Sarco? Sorry. Yeah, absolutely meant Meridian. Sorry. Absolutely meant the Meridian. But Bubba, welcome to the stage. Just kind of having kind of a relaxed thing here today on the YouTube, just hanging out and having a little bit of fun. I'm going to go kill some borgies here in a minute because I haven't finished with my Holodeck Games, which we will also talk about here in just a minute. Right now, I'm just kind of playing WatchGuard and protecting my Meridian for a minute.
Wait, Big is letting you do a show and you haven't finished the Alliance games yet? I'm sure in the last show he said absolutely not.
He told me to take a day off work. He legit said take a day off work to get this done. Now, fortunately, I'll tell you, you know what? We can fast forward a second. We'll come back to Meridian in a minute. I got to say this. All right, I did receive a couple of PMs. I did receive a couple of PMs that were less than happy. However, those players, and I'd be really curious to hear what Bubba has to say, who is very objective all the time, all right? Probably grades on a harsher scale than I do, but is usually fair when something deserves it. I really liked the Holodeck Games. I ain't going to lie. I really, really did. It was a lot of creativity jam-packed into 3 days, 9 unique events in 3 days. I liked the variety. I liked the ease. I liked the scaling of what it was. Now, granted, I will say I wasn't knocked out by the rewards. Okay, I wasn't, but we don't always have to be. This was extra. It wasn't technically even considered an ARC event. All right, I know it was on our ARC calendar, but notice it's running today and the ARC is over. This wasn't even really technically considered an ARC. Damn it! Who is it? Captain Bull. Captain Bull came and got me. But see, you know what? Listen, Bubba, I lost 50,000 isogen, but you know what? My other Meridian is going to make it home with the 70, so I still went home with 90. I'm not going to, we'll talk about it later. I know you're sore about it. The Holodeck Games, though, I'm really pleased with. Yes, go ahead, Blue.
I thought with the Holodeck Games themselves and their design, I'm very happy with. But personally, I think the rewards are kind of a big bucket of meh. But I don't know if they made the rewards meh so that people felt less pressured to do the event. But at the same time, they could have also just made it universally very rewarding no matter where you placed.
So, I've said this before, and I want to remind people again. Sorry, yeah, people are saying click on your winner flag. This is why I don't, because there's so much stuff in it. There's so many pop-ups. Man, I wish there was ways to just claim all. Anyway, let's take a look at the Holodeck Games, okay? The Holodeck Games is the solo milestone, I believe, is where everybody should be looking, okay? Where everybody should be looking. And again, you're right. This was nothing this was nothing that was going to break the game, okay? This was nothing that I think was anything to really be crazy about. But it also really isn't that – it's not bad, you know? But it's you're right. It's not anything that is, you know, as Big says, worth 3 days of effort. This is where I kind of come back and say, hey, listen, it's not really 3 days of effort. First of all, even on the ALB, you're pushing personal accountability. Okay, this is not 3 days grind. Okay. Now, by the way, I'm not making an excuse. I agree. The rewards were so-so. All right. I would have loved to have seen them better. Okay. I really truthfully would have. But this event was enough fun for me that it wasn't an event that I was going to sit out of because I'm not happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some events. How about yesterday? How many people exchanged please don't raise your hand if you did. How many people exchanged 5,000 uncommon normal directives for one rare Dumata for the chance at maybe 30 or 40 TOS salvage?
I did.
You did not. You did. You exchanged 5,000 uncommon directives for one rare.
Big Bunny has like 5 million.
Have 10,000 uncommon directives.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I as well. It is still not worth it. Okay. Look here. I have. Where are they? Right here. I have 11,300. And I still am not going to spend 5,000 on 20 TOS salvage. No, sir.
50.
No way. No. It was 5,000, Big.
For 50.
For 50 Dumata directives, and it takes...
For one rare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes 50 Dumata directives to run one rare.
You said 20. I was like, no, it was 50.
Oh, did I mean 20? No, yeah. Well, 5,000.
Yeah.
5,000 directives.
5,000 for 50. To run one rare, yes.
For the opportunity at maybe 20 to 30. You got 100 out of one?
Well, yeah, because all the LaForge bonus, Beverly, 5 of 10.
What was the starter? What was the starter chest?
It's like a $500 lottery ticket.
Yeah,
the
man.
The starter chest is 4.
4. All right, now.
So, but Big Crunchy's right. So for players who don't have a G4 rare ship or a high level 5 of 10, they're not getting anything. But I did 7 rares. I bought the pack. I did convert 3,000 to get that up to 350. I did 7. I told my alliance, I go, hey, I've paid to go get these. I'm going to get the salvage solo. And I ended up with doing 7 armadas. I ended up with over, I think, 1,600 or 1,700 salvage.
Whoa.
Which I'm okay with that. That's better than I would have get buying the salvage from the terrible packs they offer. So,
wow.
And I was okay with that because of Jordy's boost, because my 5 of 10's a little bigger than it was before, running it on a G4 rare. All of that's loot bonus. Like my G4 rare ship is at a position where it can solo those.
Yeah.
With a loot crew. So it's not great. You're not going to get rich on salvage, but I got enough that I felt that it was, worthwhile.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I told my team yesterday, I said, listen, I'm totally riding coattails today. Please, if anybody, it kind of what you just said, Big, or Bubba, if anybody does not want me to show up, please just say so. I'll be happy to step out. I'm 100% riding coattails today, but if I can participate in a couple and maybe my goal was just to get 80 salvage. That was my goal, to get 80 salvage so that I could round up and I could open 1 TOS chest. Now, fortunately, my team did run a few. Nobody kicked me out. I actually ended up being able to open 3 TOS chests yesterday. Didn't get me anything, really. I mean, obviously, it got me shards, but absolutely nothing changed for me in the game except I picked up a handful of shards that I wouldn't have been able to get. All right. That being said, regarding the whole TOS salvage thing, I'm kind of okay with the way this happened. I know that people were upset in the very, very beginning because it came out and people said it shouldn't have. But it seemed like it was at least decently thought out, Bubba. Like you said on the last show, like I get it. I understand why players are not happy about this. What can we trust? What can we not trust? And I get that. But also, at what point is Scopely allowed to make a different decision or allowed to sell something that they want to sell is the counterpoint to that. But as this presented, Bubba, I feel like it may have not been as bad as maybe we all thought. I mean, so the pack came out. Obviously, it was for spenders only. It was for spenders. Shout out Captain Bull. He says, hi, YouTube. It was for spenders only initially. But then we had this Holodeck Games event yesterday to do Dumatas. And everybody could do it for free. Let me start with this. There is not a soul in the game who couldn't do it for free. Okay? 100%. Well, ops depending, of course, 25 plus, and then ship depending, because those were a couple of the players that messaged me yesterday, Bubba, were mostly 25, 26, and maybe some 27s, all right, who said, listen, day two was tough. Day two was tough because, they didn't have Stella yet, and they didn't have a ship big enough to do the Dumatas, so it was yesterday. Day two was a little bit tougher for some of the smaller level players. But there was even a subtle beauty to that, which I'll explain here in a second. But the nice thing about how this kind of played out is so that the pack was there for the spenders at first. Then there was the day two event that allowed players to convert uncommons into Dumata directives. And Dumata directives are like they redid with Borg. It's a universal currency now. So one will do an uncommon, but yeah, it's expensive, right, to run a rare. 50 to run a rare. And did anybody, Bubba, did you or Big, did anybody run an epic? That's 250 Dumata directives.
Did not run an epic.
Whew, expensive.
Did not run an epic.
Expensive.
But again, I was trying to maximum loot crew, right? I wanted to run Geordie, I wanted to run 5, I wanted to run someone to synergize with Geordie on my G4 rare ship, and it can't do an epic, right? So again, it's like that we talked about, if you're going for lower tiered armadas, low is being relative to the player, you use the loot crew, right? That's what I was trying to do, was use the loot crew, maximize my loot. I can't do that with the epic, so I had to stay with the rares. So if I had a tier 12 or whatever, which I'm never going to have, Pylum or Newton or something, and could have done the epics, I might have, because I think the payout is just a tiny bit better there. It's fractional, but I think it's there. I might have done that, but again, I couldn't have done 2, right? Because the 320 that came in the pack isn't enough to do 2.
To me, was that this side?
Yeah, this is just left hand not talking to right hand.
It could be, but
Don't make a mistake.
It
was fixed, and it's that.
So I was saying this
correct.
whole situation.
The fact that it was fixed is important, right? If they had left it unfixed and sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying this whole situation would have been fixable with one sentence, and that one sentence change, and they're planning ahead by saying, instead of saying the salvage chest will not return, they just will say, we have no plans to return the salvage chest. That's all they needed to say. And all is forgiven because they're allowed to do whatever they want with the game. It's just their communication that was the problem. And if they didn't deal out absolutes like that in their communication, they could avoid these.
Well, that's a really good point. I mean, we come back to this. It seems like every arc we come back to the fact that they and to be perfectly fair to Scopely, they have improved their communication over the last year. It is light years ahead of what it was a year ago. But a lot of this comes down to their failure to communicate adequately with the player community. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why they struggle with that so much.
It is kind of baffling how inch by inch they progress.
So I am back. Sorry about that. I believe that I lost electricity, and now I'm struggling to get my streaming computer back online. Is the YouTube dead, or did I make it back in time?
DJ's mic's fixed?
It appears to be live again.
Oh, that's great news because I'm still struggling to get.
And your meridians are dead. Shout out Ragnar.
Yeah. Well,
on
you know
another
what?
note, in case
Somebody taking advantage of my electrical outage to smack both of my meridians. I hope you feel guilty. Kidding, obviously.
on another note, in case people are interested, the bug with the doubled up cost on the components is fixed now.
Whoop whoop. Look at that.
You can
See?
give it the end of the show.
Look at that kind of reiteration, real quick.
Immediate fix.
Okay. Yes, I know. Chrome
Can we call
did-
that the Pike Bug Ripper?
No, we cannot.
There we go. Oh, it looks like I'm back, Captain Planet. You're
It's
correct.
not a bug anymore. It's a feature now. Okay.
That's hillbilly internet.
We
Okay.
can be open about it now. I mean, they still have a bug in their system, but they made it a feature now.
Okay.
And also, it doesn't. It affects more than just Pike and Picard. But oh well.
Okay, I believe that I'm back in chat. So, and Hani says, what about
Now, the real question is, how many more officers are left in the TNG arcs?
What about the UPS we discussed a few months ago? So, good question. I've got a UPS on the computer, okay, but
Can't
I
think of any
don't.
besides Worf and
I
Troy.
don't have a UPS.
I wanted to
Inside.
It affects on here right now.
Can you guys
because
actually hear
people
me?
are gonna get mad. And DJ.
Well, then why am I talking
Freaking
over
out,
people?
though.
But
Um,
you do cut out a bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because everything in my house is rebooting. So I've got the UPS. The computer was fine, but the router and all that stuff, that's on the inside. So it still has to go and boot up and do all that stuff. And I still am having trouble getting one of my computers back online. I don't know.
You're cutting out though. Your connection doesn't appear to be very stable. Right
I'm
now.
sure it's not stable. All the craziness. Okay, why is YouTube not loading? There it goes. So I got my YouTube chat. All right, everything is good. We're good. Now I got to repair both of my stinking meridians and deal with all the pop-ups associated with such. Okay. Steam is unable to sync my files. What?
Nice.
It's loading.
So while you're working on that, DJ,
JB.
I actually really liked the 3-day event. I think the 3-day event I think the rewards are a little light, as kind of everyone else has suggested. But one of the things that we talked about that someone mentioned on the show, and it was somebody in the chat that said, either the milestones will be worth hitting or they won't.
Mhm.
And I think that for the most part, the milestones were reasonable. I think a few of them could have been, a little bit different, but I think that they were all reasonable. I didn't have to spend hours and hours in doing any of them. I do wish the rewards could have been a little bit lighter. I do wish in addition to a medal, that there could have been some sort of tangible little thing that you could have gotten, whether it's a little bit of trite, a little bit of dill, a little bit of materials, a little bit of speed ups, or just something a little bit to go with the medal. I think would have been a nice feature to add to that. But I'm okay with it.
You know why I'm actually okay that the or that the individual events had nothing in them other than trophies? I'll tell you why I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because some players, like I got PMs from yesterday, could physically not participate. Here are the day 2 events, okay? This one right here, a level 25 who couldn't get a Stella, all right?
I had to kill two. I had to kill 2 40s, or I had to
Yep.
kill 8 of the uncommon Dumatas. It's like, wait a
But-
second. Well,
2 level
8 isn't a
40s.
problem.
But still, you could do all 3 events in less than an hour.
Well,
Correct.
If you could do them. If you could do them, okay? Somebody also sent me a message. I don't have a Devore, okay? This one would have been really tough, okay?
Yeah,
Now,
without a
Devore,
Devore, that's gonna be rough.
couldn't have done it. Now, here was the subtle beauty in it, okay? The reason that I'm okay with these milestones only containing a medal is that it removed the priority from doing all of them, okay? Follow my thinking. It removed the priority from doing all of them with the exception of alliances who did, in fact, want to chase the ALB, all right? If you are a player who is in an alliance chasing the ALB, then I expect you to do everything that you could do, okay? Everything that you could do, I expect you to try that. My alliance just has the numbers. Look, we got 86 players. All right. Jag down by 1 player, obviously missing a little bit of activity in here. But, man, I'm telling you, Big Country has been cracking the whip on us. Like, I'm no kidding, calling us out by name if we weren't perfect. Like, what's a perfect score today? Look, I'm not even done yet. Clearly 495,000. Is that a perfect score, Big? Because I haven't bothered to look. Well, no, that can't be a perfect score. I thought it was 255,000 per. No, wait. It was
165,000 a day,
50,
right?
50. It was 55. 55 a day. I thought was perfect. No, 55 was one event, wasn't it? So
165 a day is perfect.
Times 9. So, yeah, 495. Okay. Yeah, 495 is perfect. Okay, 495 is perfect.
I've actually seen people not get full points for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. 495,000 was perfect. Now, Big has been on a campaign. I mean, like, truly busting chops for players who weren't perfect. Now, obviously, we understand some players got other things to do and they can't do it all and this and that, okay? Clearly, all right, that can happen. But he has been really, really pushing it. That was the point. And you know what? I'm really glad, by the way, that players, or that, rephrase, I'm really glad that Scopely held true. Ripper, do you remember during the podcast when we said, watch Scopely sell out and sell these trophies? You remember we said that? I am super happy that they decided to hold true to what this event was, which was straight up participation. I am super happy about that. Like, I loved this event. I know, like I said earlier, the payout could have been a little bit better for a 3-day event, but it wasn't super grindy. Everything was SMS-based, and everything was obtainable. Now, what was great about this for players who did struggle, players who could have struggled, and you notice I'm not done yet, but I'm going to. We'll probably do this on camera. We'll go kill some borgies. For players who could not, say, mine the Latinum, all right, or who don't have a Stella to kill the Eclipse hostiles, or, for example, didn't want to kill 1,000, because that's what it would have taken. Didn't want to kill 1,000 level 27s. Of course, I'm sure this scaled a little bit, but nonetheless, all right, for players who couldn't do it, the great news was, look there, Joel says, I did struggle yesterday. I struggled with the Doom Armada one, okay? Yeah, I can see that. All right, you just kind of had to sneak in, ride some coattails if you were going to do it. He says he only got the silver, and that's okay. Guess what? You only needed 5 completions. You only needed 5 completions to finish this event. 55,000 points is what a gold trophy would have gotten you. Well, all 3 trophies combined. All right, 55,000 points. 25 for the gold, 30 for the silver, bronze combined. 55,000 points. You only needed 5 completions out of 9. And, Bubba, that is why I'm okay with nothing extra in these milestones, because it eliminates FOMO. All right? And normally I'm not a big fan of catering to all, but this particular event was actually pitched that way. You know, when they were designing this event and we had some input into it, I said, listen, this one needs to be a freebie. This one needs to be a for all, a for fun, just give it all. Okay? What's happening? What's happening outside my base? Who's here? Is that Bull? Is that Bull's alt account? I can't even hit you, Bull. Yes, I can. You're in TC. Bye-bye. I forgot you were in TC. Sorry. You're in TC. I had to. I'm just defending my space. Okay. That was fantastic. Anyway, that's why. Oh, no. Bull, was that not you? Was that your son? Oh, Teddy, I'm so sorry. I thought it was your dad. I'm sorry, man. Hey, what's up, buddy? Ted, thanks for watching, pal.
Shout beast.
I'm so terrible. What is he, like 13 years old or 14 years old now? I know. He just wanted to be on YouTube, Captain Planet says. I'm sorry, Teddy.
He'll kick your ass.
I know. Look, he's in Galaxy Chat right now. Look at all of this. Hi, YouTube.
Is he saying cats are boring?
Cats are boring, Ted says. Anywho, in summary, Bubba, the only reason, listen, normally, like I said, I would have been cool with them stacking up the rewards. Heck, I even would have been cool with them putting the rewards in those milestones. But in this particular case, because 9 unique events, of which you really can't guarantee that 9 players are going to be able to do all 9. Or you're not going to be able to guarantee that all ranges of players are going to be able to easily do all 9. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was kind of okay with that particular mechanic, just because it removed emphasis on the completion, the required completion of everything. You didn't miss out on rewards, except for if your admiral's a slave driver. And listen, we know that is traditionally just probably like the top 5 or 6 alliances. All right? Although we said on the last show that this was an opportunity for a top 10 team to grab a top 3 spot, because it was all about participation. It was all about showing up and supporting the team. And I'm glad Scopely followed through on that and did not introduce a pay component. And for that, I really, really did like this whole thing. I thought it was diverse enough, Big, that we were able to have fun with it. I mean, do Modas. When was the last time that came around? 4 months ago, right? It was cool to revisit some of this stuff. So I liked it. I really did. So
it's also important to, again, some of the things that we struggle with is, the points and the milestones. They made it so that a free to play with no starts, no Armada starts whatsoever, could still complete those events.
Yeah,
because they were all based on participating and defeating the Armadas, which is an important thing to do for an event like this. Because if they had tied those to you must start Armadas, then it no longer is a free-to-play event, and not everyone can do everything, right? So then people are going to get discouraged. So that also should be congratulated. Thank you for continuing to make this event that anyone can participate in.
It was. I think just the spirit of this event, the way it was designed, what it was written for, which was celebrating the Olympics, I think that this designer, that this arc runner, or this event writer, he did not get lost in the potential monetization, because they could have monetized it. They really could have. And I'm glad that they kind of stuck to it. This was good. I mean, really, truthfully, when you think about holiday events, Bubba, now, again, rewards notwithstanding, but design, this takes me all the way back to December of 19. The Christmas event before last, because the last Christmas event wasn't anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then the Valentine's Day event was good, but still had pay. None of the rewards for the holiday events have been bonkers crazy since December of 19. But then you also had the design element. And I remember October of 20 was designed very well. I really enjoyed the quirky design nature of that. Remember the trick or treat, or you could give away the candy or eat the candy or donate the candy, and your prizes differed based on what you did for you and your alliance. So it was, that was a cool mechanic. But again, the rewards weren't. I don't think those rewards were as good as what we got here. I don't know. These rewards were not fantastic, but they weren't the worst we've ever gotten, Bubba. But as far as liking the event, as far as liking the design and liking how it was written and how creative it was, buddy, it takes me back to December of 19. I loved that Christmas event, and I feel like this one is right up there with it. The only reason that Christmas 19 probably still maintains is because of, I think the prizes that year were bonkers good. Bubba or Big, do you remember December of 19? It sticks out in my head as Big's like, I don't remember what I did last week. Pretty sure December of 19 was pretty spectacular for some reason. I mean, it sticks out in my head. Ripper, do we have data back that far? Can we go back to December 25th, 2019 in our database?
No.
Okay.
Hey, DJ?
Just thought I'd ask. Yes.
Because the biggest gripe is you notice that the amount of complaints that players have drops quite drastically whenever the content itself is actually excessively rewarding. Like, if it's like a terrible event that rewards a whole bunch, the complaints are going to be half as much as a great event with terrible rewards.
That may be true, but as evidenced by the official Discord, like, there will always be complaints. I got into it so this morning, by the way, this was not a communication from Live Ops. I just took it upon myself to remind our community that things are going away in less than 24 hours. Oh, of course, I was bum rushed on the official Discord because my announcement got shared, which is fine. I'm good with that. I want the information to be out there. I do. I got bum rushed from the official Discord. Well, does anybody else feel like that is such a huge pay-to-play announcement? If you thought this game wasn't pay-to-play, just look at their ping telling everyone to go buy stuff before it disappears. All right. Ripper, is there a way to there's not a way for me to just stop or to cuss heavily on YouTube, is there? I can't cuss heavily.
Oh, you can. You sure can.
I want to.
Nothing is stopping you.
This player, this guy, okay? Oh, woosah. So I came back and said, hey, listen, I understand, but that's not at all what it is. I wrote it. It was mine only because I was here 72. Well, I said 48 hours. I think it was actually 72. I was here when players moaned and complained and gnashed their teeth again that the Riker store disappeared and they hadn't spent their Riker currency. I mean, for the love of all things holy, people. For the love of all things holy. We've been talking about it all month. People got stuck with Picard coins. Okay? So we've talked about it like 8 times this month. Don't get stuck with Riker coins. Don't get stuck with it. Go spend it. Go spend it. Go spend it. Look at the big red timers. Look at the big red timers. And still, people didn't spend their freaking Riker coins. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with your medulla oblongata? So, the Riker store went away. People started complaining. This is 3 days ago. Then the TOS thing came out, yada, yada, yada. That was a big thing. Then, as I heard when I came back, Bubba was saying, well, it was kind of weird because the TOS recruit chest disappeared right as the Dumata event started, right? So they were going to make you work on salvage, but you couldn't spend your rewards. So I was actually super busy yesterday at work. Thankfully, like the first day in weeks that I was busy at work, I don't know why. We sold like 15 cars yesterday. It's great. I have no idea why, but it was crazy. Anyway, I didn't even get into the game until about 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, I had about a half a dozen PMs all saying the same thing. Like, hey, cool, the converter is nice. I'd like to do some Dumatas, but they took away the salvage, the recruit chest. So it was a real simple thing. I sent a message up. Obviously, it's the weekend. All right, they're not like, right there. So I sent a message to one of my buddies over there. I said, hey, listen, I'm sure this was probably a mistake, but you launched an event and no way to spend the rewards. Like you're telling people to go do Dumatas, they're going to earn salvage, and then the salvage chest went away. They were like, oh, crap. That was the response, Bubba, because I heard you said you weren't quite sure. Oh, crap. Give me 5 minutes. And that was, I'm telling you, it was up within seconds of me calling this cat. It was Saturday. He wasn't, he's probably grilling. He might have been sitting at the pool. Oh, crap. All right, give me a second. And then it was there. Then we made the announcement. So, that was fine. Then today, so we say, hey, don't forget, this is only going to be up 48 hours. Some players got fussy about that. Whatever. Then today we say, hey, don't forget. Ship skins going away. And so I'm going to remind you guys everything right now. Ship skins going away. All right, well, the packs going away. If you want to refit for the Meridian or the G4s, get them. Get them while they're hot because they're going away. And by the way, I've already been told, because trust me, I've already asked, they, quote-unquote, will be reintroduced TBD. Okay, so they're going to come back whenever the heck they feel like it. Okay, I am fearful of the same thing that's been happening with like the G3 skins. That at some whenever with no plan. All right, that's
Once
what
they figure it out.
Yeah, I'm worried. Yeah, that's right. Once we actually make a decision. All right, so yes, I'm worried about that. I ain't gonna lie, but nonetheless, they're going away. Riker Store is closing for the second time. Okay, for the second time, it's closing. All right, and these big red timers up here. Well, I'll get to it after I click through. Oh yay! I'll get through it. Event Store. These big red timers. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be a butthead for a second. These timers actually indicate to you when this item disappears. It's a crazy concept. But when the clock hits 0, they go boom. Okay? When the clock hits 0, they go boom.
That's just lies by Big Scopely.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I know why. I'm going to tell you a funny story. Probably shouldn't, but whatever. I have been known before to tell people the moderators will say this, okay? And by the way, the moderators, they're great. Everything that we've always talked about is protected under NDA. But they will tell you that I obviously advocate for players whenever it's called for. Okay, I do. But I also advocate for common sense a lot. Okay? So when Snake Eyes, and by the way, I saw a lot of people giving Snake Eyes grief in chat the other day. Snake Eyes was the one person out of all the mods and all the I take that back. There was one moderator too. Caution. I probably shouldn't say names, but he did. Caution and Snake Eyes were the two people that advocated for the return of the Riker Store. All the rest of us said, too bad, so sad, there was a timer. Okay? Now, listen, I know that's mean of me. Shame on you, DJ. All right? I do advocate for common sense a lot of times. All right? Not always. But when players absolutely just screwed up and they want to blame somebody else, yeah, I'm not a big fan of feeling sorry for those people. Snake Eyes and Caution were the reason your Riker Store came back. Thank them. So everybody that was giving them grief, because even Scopely didn't want to, well, I don't want to say they didn't want to do it, because if they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't have done it. Snake Eyes and Caution convinced them. Then it came back. All right? They convinced them. Thank them. All right, because I wasn't in that camp. My comments were too bad. There's a big red timer. So to me, it feels like player accountability is like sliding downhill super fast. I feel like every time something like this happens, so then today I send the announcement. Refits going away, Meridian Pack going away. All right, Riker Store's closing. Away teams' assignments are closing. Like, guys, if you want to do any of this stuff, here's a reminder on everything that's changing tomorrow. Okay, you guys saw the announcement. Away teams' assignments going away. Riker Store closed. Oh my God, you would have thought I took a nun, all right, of a huge church. You would have thought that I took her dog and carved it up and fed it to a cult. That's how much hate I got on the official Discord today for posting that mess. And by the way, I didn't even post it on the official Discord. It wasn't me. I wrote it and put it here. One of the moderators put it over on our. What is going? Is my cat acting weird? The cat looks like it's acting weird. Is the cat acting weird? Let me fix the cat. Something is weird. What's happening with the daggone cat? Hang on, let me fix. I know what's wrong. I know what's happening. The cat is not drunk enough. The cat needs another beer. So I should probably go do that. I'm just kidding. Should I go get another? I should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, break time. Let's do a commercial.
I don't have a commercial because I'm on the tube. I got no commercials today. That was another thing. So I was out doing yard work this morning, and we actually got done really early. And then I just started getting lazy. I started having a couple drinks, and then I thought, man, I should prep the show. And Big sends me a message that says, yo, what do you want to do today? And I'm like, oh, my God, nothing. Then I thought we'd just go on YouTube and answer questions. So there we are. We're on YouTube, and we're answering questions. So let's do that. I don't even know what my story was, Big. I think I'm just complaining about the official Discord, how toxic and terrible it is.
Hey, DJ?
Yes.
One thing that they were commenting about, and I would agree with, is with these event stores, whenever they have these kind of new currencies dumped in there, I think they should always just at least have one option that goes down to like 10 tokens, just so you could empty out your supply.
Daggone right. I got 1,500. I don't know if I can see them because the event store is gone. Are they in an inventory tab somewhere? Probably other. Let's see if they're down here. Other is so full of so much garbage. Yeah, look, I got 15 left, or 1,500 rather.
Yeah, Scopely adds a bunch of currencies, which is perfectly fine. The problem is the rate out is terrible.
Yeah.
They only have rate in.
Ooh, my refinery is available. All right, so, yeah. Jean-Luc says, should I be spending my uncommon event tickets? Short answer, in my opinion. Listen, this is going to vary, I think, widely across the board. A lot of people say that they save them, especially because 2 or 3 months ago we had an event. It was a special event, and it did pay really well, but it was also expensive. It cost 40 tickets to get into. So I think it depends on what. Me personally, I think that I would spend, but I think that I would hang on to a few just to be safe. You know what? Like Blue says, yes, but with a buffer. I kind of like that. My game just froze. Oh, no, it's just that chest. Okay. Yes, I think that I would hang on to a few, and then I believe that I would use them on events. Because those events pay nicely. You know, I mean, that's why they're there. You should be doing them. But, again, you should look at the rewards and whether or not it's going to be useful to you. Like the faction hunts, I can only assume if you've got that many tickets, you probably didn't do all the faction hunts. So, you know, if you didn't need all those rewards from the faction hunts, then, you know, you could have saved them. But, yeah, spend whatever it is that you feel you need. I probably would keep a little bit of a buffer, as you guys have noticed here. Hint. Hint. Excuse me. Something weird crawling out of my throat there. You'll notice here that I spent all my loyalty badges big. Well, I mean, I did a month ago. I spent them all, and because I was trying to upgrade a part or a ship component or something like that, and I had to redeem a bunch so I could win the auction, the shards, and all that stuff. So I blew them all. And now I'm unhappy that I don't have
DJ,
any.
I wanted to. So it's a really good question. Is, you know, should I save up my uncommon tokens for an event that's going to be way better than the normal uncommon token event? And I think your answer is correct. But I think we want to watch it because when that event was launched, Scopely had not divined or invented a new way to have a premium ticket that is a one-off like they did this month with the golden ticket. So I think we should watch it for a couple of months and see if that's the route they go for these premium events, as opposed to being able to convert an uncommon ticket into these events. So, and if they go the route of the premium event, then I think you just spend your uncommon tickets on events that you find value in, and you don't need to really save them up because the premium ones are going to be a different token anyway. But it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple months.
It's actually a super good point. You know, I didn't connect the dots, but yes, we did introduce the golden ticket this month. So very well could be something that we see moving forward. So let's see. Scalyback says, now you spent, we can all now get. What are you talking about? Are you talking about my loyalty tokens? No, I'm talking about that I spent them all, and I've always said, listen, Ripper has joked with me about this, and Snake Eyes have joked with me about this, that Scopely loves me so much. Listen, oh my gosh, I got to tell you this, Ripper. I did finally ask, and you saw this, Ripper, so you're a witness to my honesty here. I did finally, officially ask Live Ops to investigate my account because I have not had an epic full pull this year. Okay? Haven't had one. Okay? By the way, they confirmed. They went into my logs. They went back and checked. I have not gotten a full pull of an epic officer this year. Fact.
Sucks to be you, I guess.
They did it. They checked. All right? So, I asked the question. I legit asked the question. Let me see if I can go back. I'll read it to you. Because I was kind of curious, Ripper, about how I wanted to approach this topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little bit nervous about it. Let me see. Here it is.
It's tricky.
It is a little bit tricky because also, what if somebody did something to my account? Like, it's probably a liability thing, so they're probably not going to tell me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that I would care. Be honest with you, I would find it hilarious. This is what I wrote. This is a little bit selfish because we were wrapping up a meeting, Ripper, and they were asking if there were any other engineering or technical bugs that needed tickets, right? That's where this happened. So I said, while we're looking at a few bugs, I requested a follow-up from engineering on the protected cargo bug from last December. We don't have anything on yet so proof positive, right, Ripper, that we do, in fact, keep a list. We do stay on top of this stuff. We just don't always get timely responses all the time. And I said, and this is a little bit selfish, I know. And I'm halfway kidding when I asked. Bubba, I said I'm halfway kidding. So they knew I'm kind of like serious, but like, you know, teasing, like not upset, you know, just kind of curious. I'm halfway kidding. But is there a way to block full pulls on a player's account profile? I ask because statistically speaking, I'm an anomaly. I've spent 300,000 ultras in the past 2 months, which is not a lie. 300, technically it's a lie. When they went back and checked, they did be sure to correct me, Ripper, that it was only 289,000. Okay? I had spent 280.
Hey, about the details.
Details matter. 289,000 ultras in the past 2 months, and probably close to 400,000 or 500,000 this year. And I've gotten 0 epic full pulls. Is it possible my account is glitched somehow? I mean, statistically, I've got a 5% chance. So I should have had at least a couple by now. 500,000 ultra pulls is 625, or sorry, 500,000 ultra tokens is 625 ultra pulls. 5% isn't feeling very 5% right now. Ripper took this opportunity to cackle out loud. He laughed at me. Big old laughy face with tears. He laughed at me. Then some of the moderators decided they were going to throw in and post screenshots of people getting like 1 and 2 and 3 epic pulls in the same screenshot. Right, Ripper? It's fun. It's fun times over there. And the ops channel. So, live ops actually, I think, takes me seriously, right, Ripper? Because they say we can confirm that the 5% for full pulls is accurate, but I'll look into it. So I don't think he realized that I was kind of like teasing, right? I said, oh, I know it's there. People get it. I see it all the time. I was kind of more referring to, is somebody at Scopely like maybe playing a practical joke on me and we forgot about it? Like maybe Panic wanted to really F me over when he left. Could he have turned off my full pulls? I was told then, yes, Ripper. This individual wrote me back and said, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm going to have to see if the Punk DJ's checkbox is on. Stand by. So then he obviously now realizes that I'm kind of teasing a little bit, but I did, he was the one who looked and told me how many I'd spent and confirmed I've had no epic pulls. He even said, kind of weird, but true talk, like at the end of it all, there's nothing at all that would prevent that from happening, which means, Ripper, I am the unluckiest SOB in this entire game as far as pulls go. Unluckiest dude when it comes to full pulls. Truck and Chick, you say neither have you. I mean, you think about it. 5%. 5%. I mean, it's more than, it should have happened.
This year, the only full pulls that I have gotten was 2 merits. 39. Woohoo, I get 39 merits.
Well, they did remind me. They did remind me that I did, in fact, get a full pull of Decius back in March. So, which was also like 30 or 40 shards. So
there you go. You're lucky.
I know.
At least something.
Not epic.
Not epic. And but here's the thing. They did also, we didn't talk about this, but I got to thinking about it afterwards. If you've got a 5% chance, Ripper, okay, if you got a 5% chance, let's go back to this chest. If you got a 5% shot and it's an 80-20 mix, does that technically mean that within the 5%, like you get a 5% chance to receive enough shards to unlock a random rare 80% or an epic 20? Does that technically mean that overall you got a 4% chance at a rare and a 1% chance at an epic? Is that technically what that would mean? I mean, if you break it all down.
I guess so.
4% at a rare, 1% at an epic. So I have had one Decius this year and no epics. And again, arguably, you could say that maybe it looks like you get a 1% chance at an epic pull. 1. Then how are people getting 3 epic pulls? Oh my God, Meridian just got killed again.
Because,
I got a notification.
It
won! It won! I gotta get it home. Look, it won! All right, let's get it home. Let's check this battle log. Who was it? Oh, it was Teddy. Teddy, what are you doing, man? Why'd you bring a Tala? Is that Teddy? Bull, is that Teddy? Is he trying to get on the YouTubes again? Dersey says, full pulls are ultra recruits only, right? Actually, no. I'm pretty sure you can get them in a premium. Let me double check here. I think you can get a full pull in a premium. Yeah, you can get them in a premium too. Yep, right here. You can get them in the premiums too. So, Joel said he needed Scotty just to get to you. That's cute. How old is your boy now? This is Captain Bull's son, Teddy. How old is he? 13 or 14 now? For some reason, I'm thinking he was 12 when we first met. But I mean, gosh, that's been 3 years now. So, anywho, yeah. So you can get them in the premiums. Also, I don't think they're anywhere else. Yeah, they're not in the standards, of course. They're not in disco. They're not in They're not in TOS, which is going away. FYI, going away, leaving in less than 24 hours. Just FYI, they're not in the faction boxes. Oh, by the way, just as a quick aside, I have been saving. So after we did our big show, the YouTube video on how to use these to win the recruiting solo leaderboard, our scores on 13 have gotten insane. Insane. I don't know why I expected any different. Cool. I'm kind of glad. That means people are watching and listening, right? But that also means I can't win easily anymore. I can't win easily anymore. So I've been having to save. I can't do it every single week anymore. So I am ready for the next one with 200,000 Klingon and almost 200,000 Federation. So hopefully I can actually do better in the next one, because I did play in one and then the score just got out of control. So people watching the videos, Ripper, I guess, but now I've got to save. I can't do it every 11 days is what I'm saying. I've got to save up for at least a cycle or two. And then, yeah, transporter patterns. I'll go in and do the transporter patterns too. All right, Tony Rome is saying, I don't get 10 shards. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pull this up. Let's pull this up over here. Oh, did I not bring my guest window back up? No, I guess not. I lost my stfc.space a minute ago. All right, hang on a second. I'm going to bring this back up. There's a screenshot here I want to share. All right, I'm going to bring it over here. All right.
I mean, if you don't think you're getting full shards, the easy way to do this is just don't click skip and then tap each one.
Well, this was easy.
Going through 10 times.
This was easy. He only opened one chest. Okay, so this one's actually really easy to figure out. He's got 4 right here, which means 6 of them went into here. Okay, 6 went into here. We can guarantee right now that he did not get an epic shard here. This is 6 times 75, hopefully, if that's right.
Yep.
Divided by 6. Whoops, 450 divided by 6. There you go. All right, you get 75 on rares. You get 400 on purples. So you did, in fact, get 10 shards, okay? You got 2 epics. You got 8 rares, which, by the way, does actually work against the way it's supposed to be. You've got a 50-50 shot out of the Ultra, okay? In the Ultra, you got a 50-50 shot. So...
Well, it's 50-50, but it's not how random number generators work.
That's exactly. It starts over. Every single time it starts over. So 1 through 10. Then 1 through 10 again. So it means it's possible to draw 5 3 times, okay? I mean, that can happen.
Technically, you could also get only epics or only rares. That is technically possible.
It is possible. So I would argue that your luck on this one was not quite fantastic, but I'm also going to say my luck is worse than this because I haven't gotten like that 5% all year. You know what I'm saying? So like it's no good for me. I am tempted, Ripper. I am tempted to spend what's left of my ultras. I know I'm going to regret this. You guys know I save.
Just do it.
Well, you guys know that I like to save, but I spent all my ultras because I wanted to work on this cat. But look here, I'm still 31 shards shy. I'm not going to get 31 shards, so I'm kind of wondering if I should just wait. There's only 18,000 house. All right, fine.
There's also the mining consideration of getting DuPont shards.
I know. That's what I was just saying. DuPont is here, which is why I have invested into this recruit chest this month. I really would like to tier DuPont, but I did not pay for him. Probably should have, but I didn't. Okay. Actually, was he available? I know Mackinnon was and Arium was. I don't think DuPont was he?
He was offered. I remember because I got that pack.
I really should have. I kind of regret that I did not, to be honest with you. All right, let's give it a shot. If I get a full pull here, I'll be really excited, and I'm never pulling off camera ever again. Should we go through one at a time, or should we just click the skip button?
One at a time.
To prove it's 10 or prove the quantity.
All right, we'll do it. Okay. I just got 6 Barrett shards. Are you flipping kidding me? In an Ultra, I just got 6 Barrett shards? Oh, my God.
Well, it is a higher rate of mining officers.
I wish I'd hit the skip button now. And then I would have just been like, oh, well, okay, you got some extra rares. I wouldn't have known it was Barrett. 6 Barrett, all the officers. 40-plus officers. I got 6 Barrett. Get out of here.
Nice.
Now you know why I steered clear of the Ultra Chest this month.
Well, I wanted, by the way, I did promote my 10 of 10. I promoted my 10 of 10. I got enough shards for him this month. So I haven't leveled him yet, but I promoted. Okay, let's open some more. Let's see what happens here. I'll show you my 10 of 10 here in a second. I did spend too much. Oh, wow. Look, guys, look here. 1 of 2. 1 of 2. So that means, see, this is so ridiculous, Scopely. 40 officers in the Ultra chest, and you're going to tell me that the RNG only spit out 2 of them? All right, let's do the math. 2,300 shards. This was Marcus, okay? 2,300 divided by 400. So, wait a second. How's that possible, Ripper? 75. Is it 450 or 400? Is it supposed to be?
I have to double check. Give me a sec.
Is it 450? It's 400, right, Neo? Look here.
Wait, what officer is it?
That's not possible. Dragon says it's 450. Maybe it is 450. 2,300 divided by 450. No. Neither one of these numbers makes sense, Scopely. Short says it's a display glitch. So what?
We all know the display is kind of.
That's fine. I'm totally willing to accept that, but it still only gave me 2 officers. Okay, 2 officers.
No. I think the display is just bonkers.
Okay, well, you guys
So
watch.
it's
The first one.
It's just like, well, all the officers that give you transporter patterns get lumped into one, and it shows you the first one.
Like with all the alliance points being dumped into that one toast.
Oh, so you think this is a combination of epic and rare? Okay, let's see what else we got. A 10 of 10 shard. That's fine. So that means out of that entire chest. See, I should have written this down. What did I have over here before? That's exactly what happened. Is the 2,300 was combined. You're right, Dersey. I didn't get 6 Barretts either because that was converted. So that was all the transporter patterns.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
It is stupid. That makes opening one chest at a time pointless. We'll do it anyway, but it's pointless. All right, let's see what we got here.
I mean,
so I picked
there's
up
also that bug with if you get a full pull and then you get a single shard, then the number is correct, but the progress bar for the current tier is incorrect because that doubles up.
I didn't get. That's not enough. It's not enough, Paulo. He says I got a full pull on a blue officer. No, it's not enough. 2,150, even if you divide that by 75. Well, and again, there's got to be purples in here. There's got to be purples.
Yeah,
it's 28.
And any full pull probably triggers that animation.
DJ, this is why it's hard to see when you get full pulls of blues sometimes in these chests, is because they all convert to
transporter patterns.
Yeah, so you don't. It doesn't show up like, oh, look, lucky pull. You already had it maxed and it converts to transporter patterns, and you just, especially when you're skipping, you have no idea.
When you're skipping, yeah. Now, if you go through this, I guess you would see it.
I feel like some scoping.
No, you wouldn't. They display one shard if you get transporter patterns, and then nothing.
My best guess is they did that to like minimize lag.
I just got 117 10 of 10 shards.
God bless. See, I'm gonna lose my cool.
Yeah, everyone.
I don't think they did it to mitigate lag. I just think someone built this, said good enough, and it was shipped.
That's
and then never touched again.
All right. Okay, 2 10 of 10 shards.
Everyone should be doing their polls right now so that DJ absorbs all the bad luck.
Yeah, well, I mean, Truck and Chick just got a full pull of 10 of 10, so say, hey, look, I got 2 DuPont shards. Okay, great. All I'm looking for, really, all I even care about out of this chest is 5, 10, and DuPont. That's all I want. 5, 10, and DuPont. Give me a full pull of 5. Look how close I am, Ripper. Look how close. I am 52 shards away from promoting 5 of 10. 52. I want it. I want it so bad I could choke. But it's not going to happen today. I can it's not going to happen. All right, let's just keep going. This is obviously fun. I agree, Battle Droid. I would like to see each and every one of my pulls. All right, Zoomer says I got a full pull of Pike 20 minutes ago. Congratulations. Yay, Gary. Ooh, two more 5 of 10. What's that? That's going to be the one I get. When I get a full pull, it's going to be freaking Gary Mitchell. I don't even want to say that. That's going to happen. I wonder if Scopely is watching. Scopely, if you're watching, feed a full pull of something terrible into my account right now. Give me a full pull of Barrett, please. Be great. Do that. All right, there's another 5 of 10. I'm always happy with 5 of 10. And no DuPont.
Yeah, they were too generous with Decius.
Decius, I get Decius all the time. All right, 1 of 10. Gorkon, who's maxed. 3 more 10 of 10. Cool. And a DuPont. I'm 29 away. I don't think I'm going to get him, to be honest with you. 29's too many for the dilution in this chest. Oh my God, I just got a full pull of something. I got a full pull of something. So that must be a rare, right? That's got to be. No.
Yes.
So hit skip, and it might do the animation.
It's skipped. I just got a full pull. That isn't a rare.
Yeah,
that's not a rare, guys. That's too much. That's too much. Divided by 75, that's 514 shards. I'm here to tell you, that was a full pull of an epic.
That must be 95 shots then, right?
And it doesn't show you. So if I just skip this, I would never know. Now,
no.
I will
Unless
say
you
this.
look at your transporter patterns.
I am going to say this. This doesn't happen either. Scopely literally confirmed I've not had an epic pull. So I'm gonna joke that maybe Scopely was actually, that maybe they're actually listening, and no, obviously that didn't happen. But this couldn't have been Ston, guys. This could not have been Ston, because look here, if you divide it by 75, it's 500 shards, okay? It had to be an epic, because then it gives 400.
Or you got 2 to 3 full rare pulls.
Well, I guess. I wonder if it's going to give us anything, if it's going to show what that could have been. And by the way, it couldn't have been Carol. I don't have Carol maxed. So how many other officers are 95?
Although, yeah, it was listed by Epic Neo, Kang, Char, Uridice, and Crass.
That was an epic pull. Oh, my God. And, of course, it was an officer that I've got maxed, probably a core. It's not going to show us. It's not going to show us. God bless. I'd love to know what it was.
Wouldn't it show if, like, in the very first chest you click, like, skip and open all, it'll still trigger the animation, or is it only with non-maxed officers?
I don't know. I don't get them enough. I truly don't know. First of all, and I can tell you, this doesn't happen. I don't get 42,000 when I open a chest.
Click open all and see if it actually does the animation.
Well, there's only one
left. You guys
left.
have to remember, they don't actually really transmit what you got.
You know what, though?
The conversion happens on the server, so it's converted and then sent to the client, and with some metadata.
I like the idea, though. If I click on the open all, maybe that'll be my full 5 chests being displayed. Maybe I get the animation, which I did not. So we got no animation.
No, why would you? I mean, you didn't get any shards. You got transporter patterns.
I got a full pull of
Is that
Myrick.
the engineer building this?
I got a full pull of Myrick, and it showed me Myrick and then converted. All right. Well, I got something. Don't know what it is. That was clearly an epic, though. Had to be an epic. We're going to keep going. Uriah in the YouTube chat says, hey, DJ, need some advice. New 34 and just got the Enterprise. No 5 of 10, but most everyone else has. Can you suggest a good grinding crew other than Pike, Moreau, Chen, and Talon? Thank you. Keep grinding on. You know, Uriah, I don't know if you're a new 34. I don't know how successful you were during this arc or if you're a spender. But yes, Picard, Beverly, and then depending on what you're hitting, Riker or Geordi, they're good. I mean, they're good. Okay, so you had to buy Beverly. Picard was grindable somewhat, kind of, and then with the rewards this month and last month, I kind of feel, Bubba, even with what they did this month with the Riker store, maybe you wouldn't get them both, but you could definitely get one. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have put everything back into Picard this month and surely probably been able to get him. So, yeah, Picard and Beverly are a great grinding crew, along with, you know, whoever you're going to put them with. I would say Chen, but you're using Chen with Pike Moreau, with Pike and Moreau. It sounds like, to me, like what Uriah is asking is, you know, can I get a secondary grinding crew? I got Pike, Moreau, Chen on one. Let me do something with a second, and I think that would be Picard, Beverly, and something. Jayberg in the chat is also saying, hey, listen, Yuki with Kirk and Zhao would be a decent grinding crew on an Enterprise. And that's true. I like that, too. I like that. Yes, go ahead.
So while you were doing that, I decided to do like the 3 chest.
No.
Got a lucky Kang.
A lucky Kang. So now, did you get your animation?
Yes, I did not. I'm not max. So I got the 95 shots.
Oh, okay. I got you. 95. Well, that had to have been what it was. So, yeah, I just got a Kirk, and I saw Kirk. Okay, so Kang is 95 at level 1. So that had to have been what it was.
And Sharbanik. And
see, now, did you see that? That was only 2 officer cards. Well, one of them was transporter patterns. Only got 1 officer card out of that. Now, again, I've got a lot of these officers max, but, man, you know, Ripper, I'm telling you, the sourcing, God, it's just so... Ugh. I understand why people struggle finding a reason to invest in this chest. Bubba, when was the last time you opened an Ultra?
Last month.
Oh, you did
I still
last
want to
month?
I'm still trying to max 5 of 10 and 10 of 10.
Does it make you mad when you open a chest and you get 100% transport patterns?
To be honest, I don't think that has happened. I've gotten a lot of chests. Well, I don't open one at a time. I only open in batches of 5. So, and I don't think in a batch of 5 I've had one that was completely transporter patterns. I've had 1 or 2 shards in a batch of 5 and the rest transporter patterns. If I opened one at a time, I could see that I probably would be really annoyed by just transporter patterns. But you know, they added 2 more epics that I can pull, you know, that I want. So that's, you know, that's useful. The mining officers this month they added, like I got them when they were offered in the event store, right? So for me, there wasn't any additional value, and they were diluting the pulls I actually wanted to get with additional mining officers. So I get if you're trying to get DuPont or you're trying to get the other mining officers, that this pack has value for you. It just, you know, again, they've added too many things to this pack, and any dilution just really messes with your odds.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And it doesn't have 2 of 10. And you really need 2 of 10 in this pack because a lot of people didn't buy them.
I would love 2 of 10. Yeah, 2 of 10 should have been here, especially with the pack being, you know, all about mining officers. I guess 2 of 10 is not technically a miner, but still, he's Borgie. You know, he's Borgie. But, you know, I point this out, and I want to show this. Like, on the last poll, I had 1 of 2 down here. On that one, I had 3. This one, I've got 4, okay? This means that I'm only getting, so one of those slots is TP, okay? One of those slots is transporter patterns, which means I only got 3 other officers, all right? 7 of 10, cool. All right, 1 of 10. And Gary Mitchell. And, you know, the reason I get these, Bubba Joe, is that these are the ones I don't have maxed. You know, everything else I've got maxed, and that's why you guys aren't seeing it. Some people are saying, why, you know, aren't you seeing Yuki? Why aren't you seeing this? It's because I've got these maxed. Maztec says 2 of 10 is a mining officer. I don't know. It is. I guess technically he is. Technically.
His officer ability is increasing your mining rate.
Yeah, he is technically a miner.
He's a miner and he's a raider. So he does like 2 of the main functions of the game he makes better. And I think that's why he's behind a paywall.
Well, he is for now. Of course, DuPont was too. And you know, of course, he's mildly grindable now, but I'm not going to get him. I still need 27 shards, and I only have 1 full set of pulls left. So unless I get a lucky, I'm out on DuPont. I was trying, but it wasn't going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to be enough.
Well, never mind. I was going to say because it's a mining arc, maybe he could advocate for mining officers in the event store.
Maybe. Did we get DuPont in the TOS event store?
We've gotten DuPont in the event store only
Eventually.
when you complained to Scopely and got them to put it in there.
I know. I got Mackinnon in there. I couldn't remember. Did I get did DuPont show up in there?
DuPont
We got
and
both in
Mackinnon
there.
were in there.
Yeah.
And that's where most of the people have gotten their DuPont and Mackinnon shards. Your complaints is responsible for most of the players in the community probably having those shards.
Woo woo! Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Woo woo! The cat's raising the roof. The cat's raising the roof. All right.
I need you to complain about uncommon 4-star.
Buddy, Vandal, sorry, pal. I need to complain about G4 common. All right. I ain't going all the way to uncommon yet, man. I need common, okay? Like, that's killing me right now. I need the common. All right. Well, my DuPont I made a good run of DuPont. I'm still 25 shards shy. 25 shards shy, and it looks like I've got enough for 3 more chests. We'll just go down to the bare minimum here, and that's it. I got nothing else. There was a 6 of 10, got converted. Yay for Gary Mitchell. No DuPont.
You have a max 6 of 10?
Yes, my 6 of 10 is maxed.
How you like?
Oh, stupid good. He was my number 1 priority Borg officer as far as active nanoprobes because the shards for 5 and 10 eluded me. But with him being in the transporter pattern store, yeah, I definitely maxed him out. And once I got the shards to do that, I went ahead, and once I got the nanoprobes, I went ahead and maxed him. So it was so worth it. He's phenomenal. Absolutely stinking phenomenal. Oh, man, I'm getting close on her, too. 43 shards away from promoting 5 of 10, and that will take 5 of 10, I think, to tier 4. I don't remember.
Are you actually promoting her, or are you just watching your not enough active nanoprobes?
I don't remember exactly how many I need. Let's check stfc.space. I got 475,000 now. Let's check stfc.space and see what we need with 5 of 10. Oh my God, day mode. Okay. Zoom this in
I
a
think
little
it's
bit.
exactly that, actually.
By the way, numbers don't work on this, so you got to search with the letter of. All right. Here we go. Active nanoprobes, 500,000. So I'm knocking on the door. I mean, I'll have it in 3 days. I'll have the active nanoprobes before I get the shards, obviously, because now I'm completely out of ultras. Actually, better question is how many independents is she going to take? 13. Yeah, I'm a little bit shy there, but again, only. Let's see, 13,200. So I'm like 600 shy. So I'll have that in 2 days also. So yeah, I if I got a lucky pull of 5 of 10 today, I still couldn't have promoted her on the screen because I still need 3 days. 3 days. 3 days worth of active nanoprobes and independent credits. So sometime in the next 3 days, I need a full pull of 5 of 10. Would be fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Let me go through a couple of these questions real quick. By the way, all the players right now, literally, what is this? I've gotten 5 or 6 PMs right now with screenshots of full pulls. You guys, I want you to hear, okay? I am so happy for your wonderful luck. And I am not saying anything more right now.
Laugh in your free meridian.
That's right. I did. Ha, ha, ha. I got a free meridian. That's right. What's ship A doing? It's mining. I don't recognize the icon. So that's Crystal. Ironically, Crystal is the same, G3 and G4. So you should be able to see. Oh, you can't see the icon because of my cat. Here, let me move it.
He doesn't recognize that you're mining your mic.
Yeah, I am mining a cat's microphone, is what it is. Ship A is mining Crystal, and I've got it up here in deep space. It is mining G4 raw crystal right now, and that's what it's doing. But yeah, that's the icon, and I probably had the cat's microphone was over it. That's what it was. Sorry about that. Okay, see, there you go. It's just part of the cat. Okay, yeah. Joker says, "Oh, that actually makes sense. It looked like it was mining another mining ship." That's funny. That's funny. All right. Where are we at on time here? Because I actually have a schedule to keep tonight. I have dinner to prepare for the family. I must do dinner. How do I get into my... Oh, okay. It says I'm live. There you go. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Actually, you know what? I only planned on going like 2.5 today. Wow, 230 people in the YouTube. What's up, everybody? Bill says, DJs, how do you have 100 badges? I will be happy to share that with you. So some of these are not real badges. If you are looking at these are not real badges. These were given to me by Scopely almost 2 years ago when we were doing kind of a test. Didn't pan out. These never made it into the game. You guys will never see these. These are an example of an unused currency. Ripper, shocking, right? That even on top of all of the currencies, there are more currencies that never got used. Okay?
There are so many.
There are so many.
So many.
There's others that that we don't even have. So if you were referring to these, this was like 2 years ago and never came to fruition. However, if you're talking about these badges right here, these have been, I guess, pay and accumulation and so forth and so on. Obviously, I've promoted a lot more command officers, and
engineering always keeps going up.
And apparently don't give a crap about engineering. So
No, really. Like, engineering badges keep going up.
What do you mean they keep going up?
Officers too.
Do you mean like we're not getting enough engineering officers? Is that what you're saying? Or they don't cost as much? Or
I
what?
think so. I don't know. I haven't looked into it much, but engineering badges are the most badges people have.
Yeah, so I've accidentally done that. As Stevens Aaron reminds everybody watching on YouTube, please be sure to hit the subscribe button while you're here. We do a lot of content. We do Between the Arcs content. We actually have a story coming. The TNG Arc 3 video is coming. By the way, real quick, not that I'm going to spoil the video. All right, not that I'm going to spoil the video, but how many of you guys, please, how many of you guys actually read the mission chain this month? Please tell me you did. Please tell me somebody did.
I did.
Who did? Who said that? Blue?
I did.
Blue.
Blue, Bubba.
How?
And Bubba.
Bubba, how flipping good was it this month? People, if you skipped the mission chain this month, Bubba, I don't know if you agree or disagree, because I know you and I have different standards when it comes to stuff. Maybe I'm like super easy to satisfy. This was by far the best writing that the Scopely content creative team has ever put out. Yes or no?
It's pretty good writing.
Yes.
It did have one blemish, though, which was Troy being a loading screen.
Okay, well, yes. I'm not talking technical. I'm talking actual story. Let me tell you guys, all right? I have, in fact, already recorded a piece of this video. I kind of have to do it in pieces sometimes. I dropped I had to edit. Okay, I had to edit because I cussed at a couple of reveals. Okay, like not cuss, like it was shocking. It was insane. There are, Bubba, I bet you there are 3 crap your pants moments in this month's story. Okay, maybe 2. I'll go with 2. 2 poop yourself moments when you're like, what? What just happened? That was the response that it got from me. That was the reaction it got from me, was what just happened. And let me tell you, Scopely has never gotten that response out of me in a story before. Never. Okay? I had 2 oh my God moments. Bubba, am I overreacting, or did you think it was pretty good?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know that I would have had the exact same reaction you did, but it was definitely better than previous months.
I screamed.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I screamed. I screamed like a school child. I was like,
have one
what?
other, oh my God moment.
I did. I
want to say. I want to say something. So one of the things that happened.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Convinced me, and I really want to be wrong. Convinced me we are not getting the Enterprise D as a ship. So
I'm gonna have to talk with you off the air about that. Because I don't want spoilers, because we haven't done a video and I haven't had a chance. But
okay,
I'm not sure I got that connotation from you.
I might disagree simply because of all the artwork they've already done.
Well, there's a lot of other reasons to think we're getting a ship, whether it be a skin or a ship. We can have that debate some other time. But something that happened in the story, and you're like, well, that's not going to work, said, okay, then we're not getting Enterprise D. And
maybe I might know what you're referring to, but I mean,
I might also know.
I think I know what you're referring to, but I don't know. There's still 2 months, Bubba.
Yeah, they could write around that.
They could absolutely change that particular course of action. The good guys that are the bad guys now that we thought were the good guys, but maybe they've always been bad guys. Like, WTF? We don't even know. Maybe they start some big crazy war battle. I mean, maybe this, guys. I'm not even kidding you. When I tell you this story has the potential to change this game. Like, Bubba, this could blend all the timelines for all future content. That's how big this story is. Could be. What's happening right now in this storyline could actually, quote unquote, in the form of our game, change the fabric of space-time with what is getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? Could be.
Yep. And I bring it up. Because at the end of last month, right, in that story, I was 100% convinced, and I told you this, I messaged you this, I was 100% convinced that this month we were getting the Enterprise D because of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And so now the story has twisted me back around and said, oh, well, we may never get the Enterprise D, or we may not get it anytime soon because of what the story did. I think invoking that sort of thought-provoking response is fantastic, and I hope they can continue to keep that up.
Well, hats off to the Scopely mission writers or creative or whoever does it, because I know it's not just anybody who writes these missions, but this one, this month, I can't wait till you guys see the video. Because I went through it for the first time on camera. So my reaction is real. My reaction was, what? Oh my God. It was kind of cool. So anyway.
Audiobook version of this?
Do what?
You're doing like an audiobook version of that?
So we started with TNG. Every month we're releasing just a quick summation, like 10, 15 summation, a 10, 15-minute summation of all the missions. Because some people don't get to read them. Some people don't read them. Some people don't get to because they're at war. Whatever the reason may be. So some people just tap all the way through. So it was actually Gregor's idea. It was a great idea. These videos are getting a lot of views. We decided that we would summarize the story. What story-wise happened this month, and where do we find ourselves? Why are we doing what we're doing? What could be next? Yada, yada, yada. And it was Gregor's idea to do this kind of a storyline, this kind of a video, so that players could at least, if they chose, get caught up on the narrative of what is happening in the game. And I'm telling you, this month is the best story they have ever done in a monthly time period. Like, it was so good. So good.
The audiobook, so I'm in.
It's good. Man, it's good.
So, DJ,
sorry.
Which path do you get to go down, or have you got a way to do both?
So, I have always said that the missions only deviate for 1 or 2 frames. They put you back on the path. So, for example, I chose a path in the mission. Hopefully, it's a different path than maybe you chose, Bubba. And that way you can see where they kind of come back together. When you have a decision in the game as far as a mission goes, they find their way back together pretty quick. They only write a couple of custom slides for each decision, and then they bring you back onto the main path. So I will tell you, for example, I chose, because I hoped that this would be the choice not a lot of people did, I chose to betray the Enterprise D. I stabbed him in the back. All right.
Well, I had the benefit of doing both options with both accounts.
Oh. Well, so then you would know how many slides are actually different. It's usually only, like I said, 2 or 3, right?
It's, I think, somewhere in like the approaching 10 range, actually. It's a hefty chunk of extra
Really?
dialogue.
So they actually provided 2 stories. Vandal says, I make my choices based on rewards. I do as well. This particular mission, the rewards were the same. Well, I say the same. I think there was like 1 8-hour speed up different or something. You know what I'm saying? Like this one in particular, there was no choice. Like it was I could do just whatever I wanted to do. So I decided to betray Picard and the crew of the Enterprise D and stab him in the back. But now I'm kind of miffed if there was 10 whole slides that were different. Like I said, usually it's only like 2 or 3.
And also, your option had a whole bunch of slides too that wasn't in the other option.
Wow. So yeah, I only did one side of it then. Oof.
Yeah, like in your option, I think the side you chose was a lot more forthcoming and pleasant with you versus the other option.
But you still ended up doing the same things.
Actually, like the thing where you had to go visit and see how things were, what was happening.
Yes.
You did not get that with the other option.
What? So that didn't happen?
You were just told what would happen.
Oh my God! So I chose the right one because it was so much cooler.
Yeah, I think you chose the cooler one.
It was so much cooler, guys. Oh man, I can't. I don't want to spoil it. We'll do a video. It's coming soon. I promise. It's coming out this week. Royal Power says, "Wait a second. Back up. Did you just say 2 more months?" I did. Is that a secret? That's not a secret, is it, Ripper?
It's there on the website.
It's on their website. Yeah.
Yeah, that's public information.
Public information. Yeah, but yes, I did say 5 months. Now, and I should also say, it's 5 months based on what they wrote on the website, which could change and could be different. We don't know. All right, that could be different. I'm having a popping noise. Are you guys hearing popping? I got popping sounds. All right, what?
Sometimes.
Just write a question mark at the end of 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Just
5.
to cover their assets,
Swagger says, you said Enterprise in 2 months. What do you mean? I did not say anything about a ship. I was talking about the story. Sorry, my headphones are... Man, I've got all kinds of problems right now. I said Enterprise in 2 months. I don't know what you're talking about, Swagger. I'm sorry. What?
Everything sounds good on this end, DJ.
Okay, that's good. I felt like I had some weird sounds. Okay.
Swagger saying he's being sarcastic.
Okay, I didn't know. All right. Listen, I want to go.
I know you have a clock, DJ.
Yeah.
About an hour ago, you brought me on stage because you wanted to talk about the Meridian.
Yeah. Okay. I know. You know what? Here's the thing, Bubba. We do this every show. I tell you I love it. You tell me it sucks. Have you found any inkling? Like, is it like, have you looked at the Meridian in your 7th grade yearbook and you been like, you know what? I might have been wrong about you, Meridian. You're actually kind of cute. I wonder, what are you doing with your life? I kind of wonder if maybe I regret not pursuing that relationship with you. Perhaps, Meridian, you are the one that got away. Perhaps I should have given you more love and attention and more caring, and I should not have been such a dill hole. Perhaps I should have taken you out to dinner once or twice more. Perhaps we should have lit a few more candles. Perhaps, Meridian, you were my one and only, my true miner, my territory salvation. You and those 3 circular saw blades on the very front. Like 3 perfect breasts. Right there.
I have not.
Yes,
have
3.
not
I said
warmed
3.
up to the Meridian like that.
I said 3. Sorry, is that
a little
weird?
uncomfortable there at the end. But,
okay.
But that's okay. So I still have fundamental problems with the Meridian. I think if you were to ask any day of the week at the beginning or middle of any podcast, if you asked what's the best miner to mine, what's the best ship to mine Isogen, you're going to get a majority of the responses say Vidar. And that's the problem with the Meridian, right? When a combat ship is the best ship to go get Isogen, then you have not introduced a miner to mine Isogen. You've introduced a miner to allow people to
die,
attack OPL.
Yeah. All right.
And so that's my frustration, right?
Can I show you something?
Go ahead.
I just want to show you something. Are you looking at the screen? Can you see my screen? Because
I'm not looking at the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, then here. I'm going to take a screenshot, and I'm just going to pop this over to you real quick. Because, yes, I do, in fact, die, Bubba. I do. You guys have seen it on camera. I've died. Okay? But I have done almost all of this month. Right here. I mean, I've done almost all of it. I told you guys what I normally kept with the normal refinery. This, to max out, was 100,000. This was 200,000, and this was 300,000. Okay? So I try to keep 5 days of each. So I had 500,000 tier 1. I had roughly 1 million tier 2 and roughly 1.5 million tier 3. So this is what I've done. And by the way, I only built my second Meridian yesterday. So I did all of that with one Meridian in the span of 20 days. And on top of that, I have been doing the 4 chest refine every single day. So I'm spending 300 in tier 1, 600 in tier 2, and 900 in tier 3. Damn it, Bull. He's trying to prove your point, Bubba. Am I going to get out of there? Get out of there. Go, go, go. Bull, I got out. That was close. It was close. You should have retargeted me, Bull. What happened? You lost your quick thumbs.
Hey, DJ?
Yes. So, go ahead.
I had one other design note with the Meridian about the low protected cargo, and that's with the warp upgrade that requires Ops 34, it puts the Meridian up to a warp 40. So basically, a 34 can get a warp 40 miner for chump change. So if it had a hefty protected cargo, it would kind of make maxed horizons and tier 4 faction miners, their utility would be hurt by it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's not. It can mine G3 and G4, but I don't think it's supposed to. I mean, I know. I fully acknowledge Bubba's issues. Go ahead, Bubba.
The last time we had talked about this, someone put in the chat that they're like, "Hey, I can take this thing to deeper space to be able to mine the resources I want to mine." Whereas I had no access to that before. And I thought about that and I go, that's a 100% valid point. That is something doesn't affect me at all because it doesn't get me where I want to go. But I totally get that for some players, this, just as Blue said, this may be a miner that helps get them where they want to be. Now, the base mining rate is very low and it has no bonuses, so it's not going to be mining super fast. But if it gets them to a node that doesn't have somebody on it, maybe that's all that matters. And so in a sense of I hadn't thought about the warp range before because it didn't get me where I wanted to go, I do think that there is a potential that it is a little bit better than maybe I initially had thought, but I still think that the flaws in it are too strong. Now, the bigger problem, right, if you look at the arc as a whole, and if you'll allow me a minute or two, I don't want to talk about this when we go talk about the gradings of the arc. If this is going to be our mining arc for the year, okay, because it's been talked about, well, this is a mining arc. There was too many days of mining. People complained about that a lot, that there was too much mining because this arc, this is the mining arc. There should never be a mining arc. And I think kind of people came around and said, yeah, I can handle one mining arc a year. Okay, if this is going to be our mining arc, the problems I have with it is that the Meridian, again, has its flaws. We'll just set that aside for a second. And then the rest of the stuff they introduced, the event to upgrade your miners, that was painful for a lot of people.
That was terrible.
I
agree.
The G4 skins for miners addressed exactly 0 of the problems that people have with the G4 skins. So if this was going to be our mining arc where there was going to be this step level improvement to mining,
do you have all three? Do you have all 3 G4 miners, Bubba?
I do.
Do you think that's common? You think that's common though? I mean, you're a level 50,
no.
But do you think you think a lot of G4 players have all 3 that are usable?
I think that if you were a G4 player early in 2020, early to mid in 2020, yes, because that was how you were separating yourself from the kind of the riffraff in lower deep space to get to those nodes that were a little bit bigger and not as many people could get to. So there are a lot of people that have G4 miners from when they were doing that. And that's where 2 of mine came from, was that time period. As soon as they made summoning, I mean, literally the day they released summoning, I think that the percentage of players that have upgraded a G4 miner has dropped to low single digits because there is 0 need for G4 miners now. It has 0 benefit and insane amount of cost.
Agreed. I agree with all that. So that's why I was kind of wondering if the skins were not an attempt at trying to bring it back, and maybe for some people who would be potentially not running with all 3, because it basically gives one of them 2 factions worth of benefits. Where's my stinking con? I think it's over here. Daggone it.
I think they were actually trying to help the people who felt that getting all 3 was impossible by getting all 3 is not necessary. But one thing I note, the warp regulator for the Meridian, that's Ops 39, correct?
I believe so, yeah. Yes, that's correct.
That means the Ops 39, that tier, so the warp range goes from 40 to 45 to 80.
Look here. Look here. My Meridian, this is the tiers. Both of them. So these both have Mark 7 components. Warp 85. Okay? Warp 85, and these are the tier 7, the Mark 7. So I'm tier 6 with the Mark 7 component. All right? I don't know if that's in stfc.space. We'll take a quick peek.
Yeah, the Meridian's going to be my first Warp 80 miner.
I've got my first Warp 80 miner, yes. Yeah. I don't know this.
What are we doing now?
I was
Oh,
looking
was away
at.
from it.
I was looking at the Mark 7. The Mark
that was
7 warp drive. Here we go. Okay, so weapon, utility. Yeah, right here. Warp range 85 with the Mark 7. Let's look. You said at tier 6 is when it hit.
It goes 40, 45, 80.
Yeah, look, there's 80. The Mark 6 is 80, folks. So, yeah, big time. All right, it does give you access. So, like Bubba was saying, maybe that has a different style of utility or a different set of benefits to a different set of players there. I just, here's the thing for me, Bubba. I said in the beginning, I felt like it checked a lot of boxes. And here we've found another box check that we didn't even know there was a box for, I do agree that it doesn't do anything for mining capacity or storage or cargo storage. Here's the thing. You know what you could have done with this ship, Bubba? Let's hypothesize for a minute. All right? Let's hypothesize for a minute. If you wanted to make a ship, let me think about this. The concern,
Can I say that I like it?
The concern, Bubba, has been that they don't want to make research and officers ridiculously powerful on cargo space because they don't want players running around with 20 and 30 and 50 million cargo, right? Because one shot is going to drain a base. So we don't want that. On the other hand, if all of those researches and cargo officers and everything are based around surveys, why couldn't we make Meridian? And this is obviously a thought after the fact. I'm kind of hypothesizing with Bubba Joe. What would have satisfied Bubba? Bubba said, for me, cargo space. Not even protected cargo, right, Bubba? But cargo capacity.
I identified, I may not have discussed it with you, but in other places, I've said there are 3 ways they could have made the Meridian a ship that would have been acceptable, even keeping the low protected cargo, right? One of which is a better ability to defend itself. And I just want to think about this for a second. There are 3 gigantic saw blades on the front of this ship. You're telling me if it turns around to face another ship, it's not going to do some damage? Are you telling me that these 3 saw blades are only good for mining into rock and they're not going to chop up someone's hull? So that's, just a thematic thing. That if I had,
just mine some cigars.
If
grab a chainsaw, let me shoot a missile at you.
So if this thing had the ability to defend itself against a lower level of ships, and you had to bring the Sally, or you had to bring the Brielle or something, it had the ability to defend itself against other miners, then against other ships, but you had to bring a bigger ship to come at it. That would have been fine, because then if you're coming after me with a ship I can defend against. It's not super fast. I'm not, and I know we talked about that you can crew it differently because you're not getting much benefit from the crews, but so being able to defend itself is one. The second area is obviously larger cargo, and you're right, we're never getting that 50 mil cargo ship, especially for unless we do something about the PvP ranges, because a level 50 can attack a level 33, and if you give someone a 50 or 60 million cargo ship, they're going to drain someone's base in no time flat, and that's going to lead to a lot of field bats. So that's never going to happen.
So what about this?
It could have had more cargo. It could have had more cargo than it has, and to be a little more utility in that regard.
So what about this?
So those are. Go ahead.
Here's what I was thinking. Okay, and I'm only at this point, community, addressing Bubba's concern. Bubba is actually, believe it or not, at least with the people I've talked to, he's one of the few who hasn't bought in on Meridian. Okay, I know that a lot of people. So when I say a few that hasn't bought in, I mean he's one of the He's one of the few people that I consider their opinions to be valid because he's an intelligent and objective player. All right. For the people that just whine and moan and complain because the ship is orange, I don't care what you have to say. All right. So for the people that were just mining about or whining on the official Discord about protected cargo this and not even considering or not bothering to try, looking at alternative ways or alternative means, or for that matter, any positive thing about the ship, then I really don't consider you to be valid. What I like about Bubba's comments is he's willing to acknowledge a couple of the good things that Meridian can do, but still says, for me as a player, it misses what I needed. It misses what I wanted. It misses utility for me. So this is what I was thinking about yesterday, Bubba. We have a miner in the game, except it's not a miner. It's an explorer. I'm showing it on screen. People have been wondering, what are you doing flipping around with your discovery? What if Meridian was never a survey to begin with? All right? What if it was a battleship? A stupid, weak, terrible battleship, but battleship in specs alone. And that it had, Bubba, a 20 million cargo, was slow as the Slothagus, maybe slower. Fine, terrible protected, and guess what? Its ship's ability is to mine isogen. It could be just like Discovery. All right? Discovery, its ship's ability is a miner. Ship's ability for Discovery is mining isogen. Or mining mycelium, sorry. Mining mycelium. All right? But it's a warship, just doesn't do anything. So, Evil Genius says, how on God's green earth can you consider this to be a good miner? First of all, I've been on the screen for 3 hours and you've seen it die once, and I've brought home probably 3 or 4 million isogen. All right? And by the way, for some of you guys that were showing the screenshots, when I showed you how much isogen I had, all right, you guys have shown me screenshots with equal amounts, with fair amounts, and you say I'm doing it with my Vidar, except I'm not. I'm doing it a different way. I'm doing it a way that I like. It's a little bit more passive. I know that this is supposed to be an active miner. I'm still getting crazy pops. I know this is supposed to be an active miner, but I still find it to be somewhat passive. I mean, you guys have seen, I've not been watching it. I've been playing with other stuff. We've been doing other things on screen. I was hunting probes. I'm getting ready to go start doing armadas here in a second. Oh, crap. I just did that. I needed to grab Con and bring it back. Yes, I do think it's a good ship. All right? It's mining between the two of them. Tier 2 at $1 million an hour. On Tier 3, it's stupid. It's like 1.6 million an hour. So, I mean, look there. Captain Mark. He's got 840. What? Oh, that's Tier 8. How do you have 840,000? Oh, my God. Evil Genius says, well, then you have a server of lax pirates. I don't think I'd say that. I do have people that come and hit. All right. But, I mean, again, I don't think I've got people camped out. We're not going to let them sit in our territory camping us. And you still have Fog of War protecting you. Maztec said, not Maztec, I mean between the two of them together. I'm mining at 944,000 an hour between the two of them. So, yeah, no, I mean, as far as territories go, yeah, I do believe it's a good ship. Sorry, Evil Genius. Maybe you belong with Bubba. Bubba says it's bad. You and Bubba can hang out in the Meridian Haters Club.
I like it.
I like it because it saves me time, man. Saves me a ton of time. All right? I mean, just here and hanging out with you guys, I brought home 2 million Tier 2 isogen. And I'm cool with that. I'm real cool with that. Let's see. Let's throw Kang up there in case anybody sends a Vidar after me. So yeah, and I've been happy with what I've been able to do. And yes, like I said, I do die, but not as much as I'm bringing home. So And if I do die, like Captain Bull got me a little bit ago, where was that battle log, man? Captain Bull, you got me. Oh, maybe not. All right, here's one. I lost 13,000. You know how long it took me to get 13,000 back? Nothing. Like, yeah, 13,000. It took me no time at all. It looks like he got me twice. He got 14. So he got a total of 27,000 isogen. All right. I have had this miner back on a node for like a minute, and I'm back to 25,000. All I'm saying is, for me, it checks enough boxes for me to be happy with it. All right? Bubba, it's missing a box for Bubba, which was actual mining properties. Cargo, speed, protected, weaponry, whatever. It's missing properties that upper level players have been trying to get worked on with miners for a long time. So I understand when he says, hey, listen, here's a miner that was Scopely's opportunity to address some of the issues that we've had, and they took a pass on it. Right, Bubba?
Yep, and I think that this is some of my and we'll talk about this. I promise I'm not going to bring up the Meridian if you let me talk on the grading show whenever that happens. I'm just gonna talk about the arc specifically, but it's part of the frustration, right? Yeah, that we've been begging and pleading for mining changes, whether it be increased cargo for raiding, because now you're trying to raid billions as opposed to millions. Mm-hmm. You're talking about I need to be able to mine millions and millions of G4 resources because those refines are just insane, right? And so okay, I need something that mines it faster. I need to be able to get to these other nodes easier than having a tier whatever miner. So I think that there's a number of things that could have easily been addressed in this, and I think it's fair to say this was a centralized mining arc. I think that was the intent. So I'm okay with that. Once a year, we could have a mining arc. It's going to make a lot of people upset, and then they're going to come back because next arc is going to be a PvP arc or something. But so it's okay. But they just missed on so many of the things that we've been trying to get adjusted for. And again, some of these are level 50 bro problems, right? They're not always going to be my problems. Eventually, they're going to be your problems, and I'd like to see them fixed before you get there. Now, if you're level 30, you're like, level 50 is never happening. Well, eventually it's going to happen. Eventually the economy is going to catch up with you, and you're going to be able to get to that level. I'd like to see these problems addressed before you get there. Now, granted, that may be years away, and we have time to do that, but this was an opportunity to do it, and they knew what they needed to do, and they missed. And that's the frustrating part about this.
Maybe, and the design of the Meridian could have been tweaked to cover all the bases, but I also think that maybe standing back looking at the TNG arcs, you could think of like away missions are kind of made to serve everyone. The dark space armadas were kind of meant to serve the 40 plus, while the Meridian the intent was to serve 40 below.
I think the Meridian, in its true intent, was for far less than 40. All right. I believe that the Meridian was for players not in territory, and let's face it, most of your upper 30s and low 40s, they're in territory, okay? I think that they decided to embellish the arc and its activities. I mean, here's the thing, Bubba. I said on a previous show that the feature of this arc was mining. Yeah, the feature, was a miner, not mining. But I felt like the objective of the arc was certainly not focused on mining. I feel like we have emphasized that point of it because the new ship was a miner. But again, this was not, I don't think, I'm trying to think of how to say this. I don't think that this. Crap. Really?
So DJ, there are when we do mining events, right? They almost all of them have a leaderboard component, right? Which means that the mining event, right, wrong, or indifferent, is a 24-hour event. Most of the other events, there are other leaderboard events, but most of the other events are milestone events, and they are 30-minute events. So when you have a day that has a mining event, that is a 24-hour event for the most part. And so for all the different days that we had mining events, someone says, oh, we only had one mining event this day. Well, yeah, but it was a 24-hour event to compete with the people on your server. So it feels like it took a lot longer and you spent more of your time mining than you were doing anything else. So I get what you're saying, that the Ark may not have been, that if you look at a majority of the events, they weren't mining events. But the Ark itself feels, in terms of how much time you were in game and what you were doing in game, you were doing a lot of mining, because there were these additional events for mining, plus all the base events that people do for mining, plus all the regular mining people want to do. So, because mining events take a long time. You can't just go kill one guy in a soul system, right? You can't just go kill two people. They take more time to do.
So, yeah, I guess I can agree with that. Me personally, I don't do mining competitively, so I didn't participate in any of those leaderboards. I did my SMS and I went home, which is what the advice that I've given to a lot of people who don't have the kind of time to put in to grind out a leaderboard is don't. Don't. If you're not someone who's going to spend 16 to 18 hours grinding on a leaderboard, then you probably don't need to do the leaderboard. I mean, I've said that a lot, and I don't disagree with you. You're in a different position, Bubba, because you are level 50 and you can be competitive, probably with maybe slightly less effort than someone like me, for example. I would have to work really, really hard to compete against you. You know what I'm saying? Like every minute, every day. So I choose not to. I don't know. There were no Riker shards.
Aren't in the same bracket.
Well, I know we're not, but I'm just drawing I'm drawing the comparison.
You just got to compete against the other 42s.
Well, and again, because I dislike mining, because I don't like mining, because I don't like spending 18 hours doing a singular thing, I don't. I just kind of come back to, like, Scopely did a good thing this month that I don't think has been echoed nearly loudly enough, and it's that they gave every leaderboard a paired milestone. So players could actually get their rewards and not have to spend 18 hours, Bubba. So I
felt like their content was more inward than outward.
I don't even know what that means.
In terms of just quality of life improvements and trying to change stuff as opposed to just pushing a certain content type.
You're 100% right, DJ. That has not been echoed loudly enough by anyone, myself included, that all of the leaderboards were paired with a milestone event so that you were not trying to compete for 24 hours for an event to end up not getting any rewards at all, whether it be an auction or a hostile grind or a mining event. So that is a huge improvement and something I'd like to see carried forward. Something was talked about a couple of months ago in this forum. That was like, that's how you can fix the feel bad of, I got 11th and there were only prizes for 10. And so I just wasted all this time to get nothing. So that is a huge improvement. Does need to be talked about, does need to be reinforced, but this was a much, much better environment to try and play in. But you're right. If you want to compete in that leaderboard, it makes it a very, especially since the Meridian is an active miner. And so you're spending a lot more time in game trying to move it around and keep it moving and keep it from being blown up. But it is, and I'll tell you, I have the Meridian. I have multiple Meridians because that's in my ops level bracket that I was competing with. There are multiple Meridians that I'm competing with. In order for me to compete, I had to have multiple. And so I have multiple to be able to compete in that event because I choose to want to compete in that event. There are other events that I choose not to compete in, right? So there are other things about this arc to really like, and you brought it up on the last podcast. It's like, well, why isn't anyone talking about that? These, for all the Ops 40 plus, they're all single level leaderboards. Why aren't we talking about that? Well, I mean, so when we talk about the arc, there's going to be a lot of really positive things that I don't think it's all positive. I'm not giving it an A. But there are definitely things to like, and there are definitely things to still improve on. But you're right. There's a lot of things to have said, hey, It's not an all or nothing this month like it has been in previous months where you were trying for this very narrow window of prizes, and if you missed, you just wasted all of your time in game.
Yeah.
So I think that is absolutely
it's
worth talking about.
It's just as important to say what they did right as opposed to, as well as what they did wrong, and that's definitely
Absolutely.
what they did right for the art grade is important because they need to hear that. If it's just a wave of negativity, they're just going to kind of close up and be like, this criticism just hurts.
Completely agree.
Tomb World says in the YouTube chat, and I think this is a good point, he says active mining doesn't mean spend more time in transit than you do extracting resources. If you live anywhere but in territory, you're not getting good mining use out of a meridian. The fig leaf of 4 of the particle doesn't make up for a massive advantage of owning territory. So I don't disagree. Okay, mining, I mean, time in transit can suck if you're not in territory. But you'll also notice that, like, I'm not mining 19,000 and coming home, Tomb World. Okay, you guys have been watching. I mean, now again, let's look. Let's look here. And I'm sure while I'm examining battle logs, Bull's going to come smack me again. But there was one. Okay, I lost one, 32,000. Way back here, and I've been mining nonstop. You guys have been watching it. Okay, we've been on the air for over 2 hours. What time? What did we go on? We went on the air at 3:30. It's been 3 hours. 3 hours and 10 minutes. Oh my God, my wife's going to kill me. All right, right here. I died 2 ships 1 hour and 53 minutes ago. All right, and we saw he didn't even really get anything. He took 14 and 13. He took 27,000. All right. Before that, here's another 2 hours, 4 minutes ago. Bull got 64,000. That was a good load. So I'm at 64 plus 27. Somebody help me keep track of this. 64 plus 27 is 91. 91. Hank got me. Oh, that was the Botany Bay test. And that's it. Since I've been on the air, that's it. So I've been mining for 3 hours and 10 minutes, and I've lost 91 plus whatever Bull got here. How much did he get? 31. 91, 94, 124,000. 124,000 I have lost. I've been mining on camera for 3 hours at a rate of 434 plus 510. 944 an hour times 3 hours, 2.8 million, and I lost 124,000. Whoops. What did I do? Oh, plus 1243.
You did that. Your rate doesn't take into account your travel time here. When you do
Fair.
run home and go back.
And to Tombstone's point, I'm in territory, so I've got a 2-minute travel time. All right? But my point is, I'm not going home at protected. Okay? I could be, and I'm running the risk, Tomb. All right? But I'm not, because I am protected by Fog of War. All right? People seem to forget about this. It's not just that anybody can see you and come and get it. Okay? You do have a protection. That's Fog of War. They have to fly in to see you. All right? Now, once they fly in, they can see you, they can scan you, they can steal from you. All right? But you've got time on your side. Listen, let's look here for a second. All right? I've got 3 entry points to this system. All right? One of those entry points is my own territory, which, again, doesn't really matter as far as warpath goes. All right? I've got a territory, I've got an entry up here to the left, and I got an entry in the upper right and then the bottom right. So, if I was looking at the safest place to mine in this system, where would it actually be? Let's be strategic. Tomb World says you don't have that kind of peace on every server. I get that, all right? But let's be strategic about it, guys. All right? Tomb World, if I was teaching you how to use Meridian, tell me, where in this system should you be mining isogen? Look at the map. Tell me where is the safest place to mine isogen?
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Why, Truck and Chick? Why?
Because there's no entry point. Somebody has to travel across the system to get to you.
You're exactly right. Even if somebody pops in here, it's going to take them 30 to 40, maybe 45 seconds to get to me. Maybe less, maybe 20 or 25 if they're running speed. But if they're running speed, you should also probably be crewed to the point where you could probably take it out. Look here. This cat right here. All right. I have to get off the node to look at the crew fully. But if a Vidar with Pan came after this ship, it would die. Bull, I'm actually going to invite you to hit me. Please bring your Vidar with Pan and full synergy and hit my 8 o'clock. No, hit my tier 7. No, you know what? Here, fine. Hit the tier 6. It's fine. Hit the tier 6. Where's the ops log? Tier 6? Bring a Vidar with Pan, full synergy, please, so that we can demonstrate what's happening. And hit my 8 o'clock meridian. If you win, you get 35,000 ISO. All right. Tomb World says, if their warp path brings them in from your other system, the lower right isn't any safer. Oh, yeah. Like, this is not a good spot for me to be mining. Agreed. Okay? I just said that. If I was choosing the safest place to mine, it would be the bottom left. That's what Truckin' Chick said. Down here, all right? Now, like I said earlier, the only reason I'm mining over here is to, since I've got 2, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of notifier time. But really, truthfully, the safest spot is over here. All right? So, if that's the safest spot, and I decide that I'm going to go do some other things, go hit a couple of hostiles, start an armada, run around, look for scouts, okay? I'm going to check out for scouts here for a second. And then I decide to pop back in the system. I probably legitimately have 60 seconds before I could potentially die, and that's only if someone popped in on me, like, at that second, all right? And by the way, I think you guys have seen this on screen. I'm not watching it. I mean, if I'm not doing anything else, fine, but I'm really not babysitting this ship. Earlier, I was hunting Borg probes. I did an entire haul of Borg probes. Now, look, there's Bull, okay? Just FYI, I just checked the system. He popped in. Now, I caught him big at roughly 4 to 5 o'clock. Still coming at me. Still. And I could have recalled at any time. Now, he's going to hit me. Who's going to win? Oh, he tore me up. Destroyed me. All right, but that was my tier 6. I think people have said that it's getting better at some of the higher tiers. But I had plenty of shield.
You know,
Kang didn't do nothing.
Something that a lot of people don't do.
Kang didn't do nothing.
I commend them for that. I see this. A lot of people use the Pan crew and do not put Khan on there. They put Navi.
You know what? I did say Bull.
Yeah.
I said Pan with full synergy is what I said.
That is full synergy with Pan.
Is
but
it really?
A lot of people don't use Khan, but he...
Double-sided
that's
synergy.
genius. That is very smart.
That's one where I give him credit because I don't see that a lot, but that's
no, Vandal,
I
wasn't watching it on purpose. I wasn't watching it on purpose because I was trying to demonstrate how much time I would actually have. And Bull, damn it! Come on, I offered you 1, son. I offered you 1. What the hell, man? My God, that was terrible. Horrible trick.
Misread instructions.
Horrible. Yeah, the instructions were very clear, Bull. All right, I offered you 1. Goodness gracious. All right, guys, listen. I know. Give him an inch, he takes a mile. All right, folks, listen.
He did end up paying for that. He does have to repair on that.
He has to repair, but did you get his cargo back?
But
He's still got a lot of cargo. That's awesome. Well, nonetheless, that was all right. Okay. Hey, you guys want to take... Look, I really got to go because I was supposed to be starting to make dinner at 6:30. So I'm going to show you this battle log very quick before I go. Real quick, just since we're all over the map today. And I'll give you 5 minutes to ask questions. 5 minutes, you can ask your questions in the YouTube chat. You can do it in the Discord, and I'll do it. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to give you a hint. You know what? I already did. I don't know who actually caught it. Big, did you know? Did you know I dropped a hint?
So DJ, on that possible hint, would you say people with loyalty tokens, should they be in your no NDAs or anything, your personal recommendation, should they be spending them, should they be saving them, or should they be spending with a buffer?
He said he was mad.
I did say I was mad because I blew them all in an auction. No, I mean, can I really be mad though, Truck and Chick? Really? Because you know what? Spending them did get me my Picard. You know, without them, I would not have had my Picard. You're right. So yeah,
it's a fair trade-off.
That's not really a good clue for the arc for the TOS.
I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, who's to say that my hint had anything to do with loyalty tokens? I've talked about a lot of stuff here today. Just saying, I've already given the hint. So if you missed it, you're going to have to go back and watch it again.
Wait, you gave a hint?
I did give a hint. Maztec caught it. Maztec caught the hint. Okay, let's see. Very quickly, Aries says, let's do a follow-up of Server 14. We could do that, but it's not been enough time. By the way, I do want to thank Van for being on our stage today. He's been a little bit quieter today, but we haven't been talking about war, so...
That's my topic, bro.
I know. He's like, listen, I want to talk about war. Let's get to it. What the hell? Who minds? Losers. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. By the way, somebody's asking about Mackinnon and Arium on... Okay, let's do this experiment. By the way, you know what? I actually repaired the wrong one. Guys, I told you that I did. By the way, Big, I don't know if you happen to see the Alliance gifts that came from me the other day, because I did buy Mackinnon packs. I actually bought 3 of them. Took my Mackinnon all the way up to, I didn't get her maxed. Let me find a mining officer. I'm going to show you the effect of Mackinnon on this ship, okay? It ain't great. Because her officer ability is additive to ship's ability, okay? Let's see, I need double-sided. There, nope, that's not it. There we go, tactical. All right, so here's Mackinnon on a Tier 7 Meridian. It has a Mark 8 laser, okay? A Mark 8 laser, so it's moving. Scooting, all right? I've got the ship's ability at 3,525%. If I take Mackinnon out here, woo-wee, this should be cooking, right? It should be going crazy. Let's check it out. We love Mackinnon. Mackinnon's great. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. I meant to do this real quick. I took Mackinnon all the way up, Big. Took her up to, where did I take her? Tier 4. Took her to Tier 4. All right, now I'm not leveling her because I don't give a crap about stats. All right, I'm not wasting the XP. But I did take her up to Tier 4 because that promotes her isogen mining to 80%. That's got to be good, right? Plus, if I've got her in the captain's chair, she's speeding up the ship by another 50%. Oh, man, she is dope. She's going to be killing it, Big. She's killing it. 527,000, and that's on Tier 2. All right? Nice. Let's write that down. 527,000. She killed it. All right, now, I'm going to take her off. Let's add another mining officer. And by the way, I'm removing her completely because her officer ability is also isogen. So even taking her out of the captain's chair is still going to give me an effect. All right, so I'm going to put these 3 up here. No isogen benefits whatsoever. All right, let's pull that back up for reference. Oh, wait, I got to click on a node first. Oof. Big. Wait a second. You mean Mackinnon? Mackinnon is only giving me 527, and then without Mackinnon, 510. I am only getting 17,600 of a boost off a Tier 4 Mackinnon. Yikes! Okay? Except, here's why, folks. The ship's ability, 3,525%. You add 80% to that, it's nickels. Okay? Doesn't matter. Just like we've talked about with Sarko way back in the day. Just like we've talked about with Devore. Okay? Anything with massive percentage points like this, all right? Anything with massive bonuses, thousands of percent, officers and research do nothing because it's additive. So making 3525, making it 3605 does nothing. I mean, well, you saw 17,000 out of 500. All right? So let's change it up. If I'm mining actively, if I'm watching, yes, I'm going to use Meridian. But I'm going to use a PvP crew, something kind of like this. Okay? Although clearly that didn't work. Thanks, Captain Bull. All right? Now, let's swap this ship. Let's swap this ship to a Tier 8 Antares. A Tier 8 Antares with a Mark 9 mining laser. It's maxed, okay? As a matter of fact, the only thing I can't do... Oh, my God, look at that. I'm only 39 crystals short from maxing this ship, Big. I'm so excited. I've been working on this for ages. I'm super excited. I will be able to mine without Scotty. Ooh, I'm pumped. Super excited about that. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at the Antares. Now, the Antares is slower, right? It's slower, only 73,152. But I have no abilities driven towards Isogen. So, if I decide to put Mackinnon back on here, I'm going to put Mackinnon back and put her back in the captain's chair because that's where she's best. 110, 592. I'm getting a massive boost comparatively. A massive boost comparatively because she means more. It's like we did the video, Big. The law of diminishing return. Mm-hmm. The more research you have, the worse off an individual grade is. If I only have 2 assignments and I get a 0 on one and a 100 on one, I got a 50% average, I fail the class. If I have 50 assignments and I get A's like 100% on 49 of them and I fail one, I actually still have a 98% for the class. So the more researches and the more percentage, the more bonus that there is, the less important one of them becomes. Maztec says, so how often do you mine Isogen with your non-meridians? I'll tell you. Anytime I'm busy at work or out of the game that I want to be mining Isogen. All right? I try to do my dailies early in the day. Big will tell you. I'm usually up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to knock out my dailies. All right? This slot is my G4 miner. It's all I use. It's all I use it for. G4 mining. All right? It's got Scotty on there. And I don't even crew because I need the protected. So you can see I'm in a cavort. I'm mining crystal. I got to pring. It's a terrible combination. Terrible. Once I can get rid of Scotty, I'll be happy to throw Barrett over here. But I have to pring because I'm so deep, it's a 12-minute warp. And at least with the pring, I get 150,000. I might even be convinced to leave Barrett off and do T'Pring and DuPont on here when I can get rid of Scotty, just so I can stay in G4 longer.
I would say 2 of 10, or maybe 2 of 10.
2 of 10.
To mine G4 faster.
Yeah. Well, but that doesn't do anything for my protected. Done anything for my protected. Really, I'm not wildly concerned about speed. I probably should be. I probably should be. But because this one is pretty much mining 12, 14 hours a day, all right, because this was mining 12, 14 hours a day, I'm not wildly worried about speed on it. Plus, I got to think, too, once I can get rid of Scotty on this, I could put Scotty on my Antares over here. Whoops, this one right here. I could put Scotty on this one if I wanted to, and I could have 2 G4 miners. But let me rephrase. This is how I kind of handle it. This is my G4 miner. It's all day long up in G4 space. It never moves. Never leaves. This slot is also mining something all day. Okay? Something. Whether it be Isogen, whether it be G3 ore, whether it be data, anything. All right? It is whatever else I'm mining. Whatever else I'm mining, whatever Latinum. All right, when I needed to mine Latinum yesterday, okay, that's this slot. Why do I have those slots dedicated to that? Because there's no underdeck. No underdeck on either of these ships, okay? I don't waste officers there because they're just miners. All right? These 3 slots right here are my functional slots. I do my PvE mostly here on D. It's where I usually keep Pike, Moreau, and Chen. It's also where I keep my Disco crew. This one right here, depending if this is my full attack, then it's my Armada slot. It's also my Augur's PvP slot because they both use attack. If I'm doing super loot bonus, I move my Jelly over to this spot because it's defensive base and I'm using Beverly. So that's kind of how I arrange my slots. So when am I not mining Isogen with a Meridian? Probably here in the next 10 minutes when I actually have to go and cook dinner. I'm not going to be watching, so I'll probably set out my Antares and something else. If I feel frisky and might want to check it every 5 or 7 minutes, then I might leave the Meridians out, but I know that they're going to die. Bull's watching me.
You could always hop to my server. There's no hits in dark space.
Nah, see, I have hit in dark space. Now, I usually don't need to. The only time, honest to goodness, I'm such a lazy miner. I don't typically scan for cargo. It's a pain in the butt. I mean, look how long it takes to load. Then you got to click back out. Then you got to find the next one. It's kind of a pain. This is why I don't hunt Isogen. I find it to be inconvenient. It takes time, and I don't like that. Like, here's a 0. Ooh. Okay. See, since you guys made me look at it, now I have to take it. See, and this, I didn't want to do that. But I'm going to 60,000. I mean, that's kind of. But you know what? I wouldn't have found it because I don't scan. I don't like to take the time to do that. I don't like to take the time to do it. But, then I find 60,000. And you know what? If I'm looking, 60,000 is 90 minutes worth of mining for me, Big. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I agree, Maztec. It takes too long to scan ships. So, I mean, if there was a faster way to do it,
DJ, you're going to need to evolve the show into talking in kitchens.
Yeah, I really need to go. All right, so now I'm at protected. Might as well go ahead and come on home. And look at that. I refreshed a node for the next miner to come in. So, no, I really don't normally do that. But, I mean, hey, 60,000, that was kind of a nice little chunk right there, Big. That being said, I will use my non-meridians to mine Isogen, just not a ton. Not a ton. Is that it? Joe Murphy says his wife is staring at him too. Andrew says, why not use Arium as captain with Mackinnon on the side? What's the bonus to Isogen mining for that on your Meridian? Okay, I'll show you real quick. I can't. Arium is over here. Okay, let me recall her. I'll bring her back down. Again, let me be clear. All right, fine. I'll do it. Arium, just like Mackinnon, is not going to do anything spectacular for my Meridian. Okay? She's not. But we'll show it off. So, what do you want to do? You want to run Arium with a single side of synergy? Excuse me. Do you want to run Arium with a single side of synergy and then Mackinnon? How do you want to run it?
Well, I usually, if I'm going for full non-Meridian ISO mining, I have Mackinnon to bring in 5 on one ship as my primary.
Yeah, but they're talking about speed. They're talking about speed.
Yeah,
they want to see it. So
Mackinnon 5 of 10 for that.
All right, so
speed.
Let's look here. I got 56,000. Oh, let me put the Meridian back on. And here's the big one. Here's the tier 7. So Mackinnon with full double bar synergy. All right, so she's getting me my captain's ability, my officer ability, and everything. There, 264,000. Oh, I was going to say that's not right. That's 1 star. Let me go back to 2 stars so we can compare. All right,
is
2
5
stars.
of 10 added or multiplied?
Who are you talking about?
10 of 10. Sorry.
10 of 10 is additive also. So, but my 10 of 10 is largely unavailable. I keep my 10 of 10 in dark space. So I don't use my 10 of 10 on Isogen. But you could. You could. Again, he's additive, though. He's additive on these ships. So, you know what? I hate to spend this goo. I'm gonna do it big just to show him.
I can check.
I'm gonna show him, but man, lots of goo being spent right here. I don't like spending all this goo.
How? Yeah, you can't suicide it.
You keep this up, your wife's not gonna let you come out and play anymore.
I know.
We
By
need
the way,
We need to spend goo to summon dinner.
yeah, right. Okay, let's bring the Tribble over. All right, so you guys are saying Arium, Mackinnon, and the Tribble. All right, so you know what? Here's what I want to do first. First, I'm going to show you the speed, and we're doing this on a non-meridian or a meridian. What do we want to do? A non-meridian?
I usually put it on a non-meridian, but I'm interested to see what 10 of 10 does to a meridian.
All right, we'll do it on a meridian first. Here's no benefits at all on a meridian. We're at the 510, 165 like we talked about, okay? 510, 165. Now, I showed you Mackinnon got me 17,000 by herself. Let's stack up. Let's do a Tribble. Let's bring in Mackinnon on the side, and you guys want Arium, right? Let's do that by name. She'll be at the front. Arium in the captain's chair, like that, right? That's what you want. Okie doke. Any estimations? Anybody want to do the math on this? What's it going to be?
Like 550.
You think 550? I think it won't even be 550. Ha! I win. 545,265. I got a 35,000 boost. Ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. 545 is what it is. Now, if I'm going to mine with a regular good old-fashioned Antares, then yeah, it's going to make a bigger difference. 148 as compared, I'm going to write this down, 148.032 compared to, and let's just throw back on a mining crew that has nothing to do with Isogen. There we go. Doubles. It doubles. 73 to 148. More than doubles. If I'm going to use a regular ship. All right, but like I said, and I will, listen, I can, but look what I just did. I just gimped my G4 miner by taking the Tribble away. So I don't necessarily want to do that. So the Tribble's not going to be a factor for me over here. But nonetheless, you can see non-meridian mining is going to I mean, you can make it faster. Absolutely. But the meridian itself can stand alone. And it should. You should be crewing it for defense. Defensive nodes. All right, now that you guys have got all my crews all messed up, because it's going to take me 15 minutes to put them all back. Johnny says, so you really want to use max protected cargo crew? Fine, we'll do that too real quick. I am just, you know what? You guys should be, listen, I never even talked about this, Stevens Aaron. I should have opened the tip jar, because for every minute that I'm out here when I'm supposed to be cooking dinner is a minute that I'm going to be in very much trouble later. So, like, the least you could do is be buying me a drink, okay? Yes, protected crew. Tomb World says, no, not protected crew. It does nothing much. That's the hypothesis. Let's check it out. I personally believe that he is also correct, all right? Because, well, we already did this math on our ARC introduction video. With no protected cargo officers at all, I'm at 20,000. With zero protection, I'm at 20,000. Now, if I wanted to run max protection, let's get to Pring, bring her over. Oh, my God. My OCD is going to be killing me with all these crew shufflings. All right. We're going to bring over to Pring. We're going to bring over DuPont. And I think
Joe Oakland?
I was going to say Joaquin as captain.
Joaquin, sorry, I keep messing that up.
We'll do Joaquin as captain. That's max. Max protective cargo. 52. 52 in the Meridian. 52 is going to last me. Bum, 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 bum. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. The full most protected cargo crew I can come up with is going to last me 6 minutes. Again, not really worth it. Especially when without it was 20, right? It was 20 without. Compared to 2.5. So I guess I could crew to buy myself that extra 3.5 minutes. All right. But I think it's smarter for me to crew to protect myself from players like Captain Bull. Although with Khan, doesn't matter. A lot of people are running with, not with Khan. It's an easier kill there. Bull, do you want to run one more experiment? Are you listening? You want to run one more? Just one. I'll go ahead and set it out on a node. That way it can get a little bit of cargo for you if you come back. Look at all this trite I'm spending, Big. All this trite I'm spending for education. And I'm not even using the protected cargo crew. I'm using the PvP crew. Oh, Joe, no, listen, Bull's like my best friend. He taunts me, but like we trade hits. Like Bull is good. He's my pal. He's my buddy. He's the one I talk about a lot. He's like one of my best friends in the game. That being said, we are waiting. This is going to be the last thing we do. Bull is coming to hit my ship. I don't think I'm going to get to cargo fast enough for you, pal. But, Bull, wait. I wanted you to not bring Khan. I actually wanted you to bring, like, what most people are hunting with, all right, which is just, like, speed crew. And I know Khan is synergized, but a lot of people aren't bringing Khan. Big mentioned that. And maybe people will now that we've talked about it. But since most people are not, I want to demonstrate this. I want to see, without any battle abilities really at all, I want to see how my Meridian holds up to you. It should be holding up decently well to you. I've seen a lot of screenshots.
Hey, DJ. Most hunters on my server are running Pan, Navi, Ston.
And Ston? Oh, that's even better.
I know.
That's even better. All right, that's even better. The reason that I may be struggling, Bull's obviously a 41. He's well researched. He's a very smart player. He also has well-developed officers, and obviously his Vidar's max. Now, Clyde has been showing us a lot of screenshots, but Clyde's also got a tier 9, level 45 Meridian. So he's also got some levels on me. Let's see how this went. He still ganked me. Still ganked me hard. Let's see how that went. I kind of got to feel like Kang ain't pulling his weight here, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, Kang is supposed to be anti-interceptor, right? Kang, WTF, man. I probably should have put Khan up here, but Kang ain't doing it. Unless you procced a hull breach. What are the odds? That never works. That never works. He procced a hull breach on himself, so all of his stats just went sky high. Unbelievable. What are the odds? That's ridiculous. Well, I got to go anyway. There you go. You've debunked my thoughts, Bull, about being able to defend. You got real lucky on that one. Got lucky on that one. Clyde has taken out a Sally, by the way. Clyde actually took out a Saladin. It's kind of crazy. Johnny says, what's your attack lower deck? Probably miserable. Let's speed it up and take a look. It's probably absolutely terrible because it doesn't have... What am I... Oh, there we go. Let's finish this. We'll take a look at the crew real fast because I got to go. I'm afraid wifey's going to get mad. All right. Crewing is actually mine for defense. So, yeah, like, Kang's not even good to have here. This is my enterprise slot, so it's stacked for defense. So, yeah, not really great. I should have put this combination in my attack slot, which is here, and does much better with attack because this is my auger slot and my armada slot, which uses 6 of 10. So, anywho, that's where we're at. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the YouTube stream. Wow, we've got over 100 people in Discord and over 200 people in YouTube. This is phenomenal. Thank you guys so very, very much for hanging out on the Sunday edition of Talking Trek as we simulcasted today on the YouTubes and in here in our podcast form. As a matter of fact, a lot of people say, why don't you still upload to podcast? Because there's too much visual. You don't get to see it. Now, by the way, something crazy was brought to my attention here not long ago. Do you know that our podcast is actually capable, looky there, Trespasser Big, Trespasser and Lenara Beta. Lenara Beta, who's he coming for? He's coming for somebody. He's coming for Cam. He's coming for Cam. Get him, Big. Get him, Big. Get him, Big. Invader.
Now, Cam, listen to your show.
Watch out. Cam, watch out. My alliance is going to be like, dude, what are you talking about? Being very dramatic. Oh, he stopped.
What would happen if you listen to my show?
He stopped. He just flew in. See, here's another thing, guys. Watch this. This guy just flew in. He ain't paying attention. He's not what? Uh-oh. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ah! You got him. See, Big was listening to the show. Sorry, F-Sav. Denied. All right. Guys, I'm here to tell you, obviously not everybody's running patrol, okay? That's not the point I'm trying to make. Point I'm trying to make, though, is this guy flew in and wasn't even paying attention. You have the fog of war on your side. It is more valuable than you're giving it credit for, okay? Give it a go. Anyway, very quickly, Big, maybe I should consult with Snake Eyes, too, but real quick, and I'll let you guys do this in the chat very, very quickly. Did you know that our podcast platform can actually upload audio video? So the reason we've never done it is because we're trying to push YouTube. And even right now, we're trying to push our subscriber count on YouTube. But I could actually upload this actual video into our podcast. Kind of crazy, right? The reason we don't like to do that is because it takes away from YouTube. And we don't want that to happen. We need YouTube to keep growing. 5K match for 5K subs. Be sure to smash that subscriber button and click the little bell, okay? Click the bell so that we can, what's happening? Oh, there we go. Woo! There we go. Click the bell so that we can get to, you can know when we do other content, like we got the chapter story coming out here in a little bit. But definitely subscribe to the channel. Let's push up. Let's see. Do we have any new subs today? I can't. Okay, my screen doesn't show me if I have any new subs right now. But if we do get some new subs, that'll push us closer. We had 4,300 coming into today. We are mere 700 away, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it's really not a great deal if we can just get this thing shared out with your teams. Let people enjoy it. Let people watch it. Let people share it, and make sure that they click on that subscribe button. 5K materials will be awarded as prizes to 10 lucky winners. 500 materials for 10 lucky winners once we hit that 5,000 subscriber mark. 5K subs. Or 5K match for 5K subs is the campaign that we are pushing here at Talking Trek. I want to thank my panel of guests tonight. Big Country, as always. Criminal Ripper, your moderator, Truckin' Chick. Thank you, Arrow, for being here. Blue Mandalorian. Steven Zarin, your executive, or your audio engineer. Snake Eyes, your executive producer. Special VIP from Server 14. Vandal was here today. And, of course, my dear friend, Level 50 bro, Bubba Joe, here to express his complete and adoration, his complete love and adoration for mining arcs. That was a very loud sigh of discontent. As a matter of fact, I heard Bubba said he likes like 4 mining arcs a year. That's what I heard.
I think that was from Ripper, though.
Oh, was it Ripper?
What
Ripper?
was muted?
Ripper, what did you sigh about? I mean, I know you don't like mining either.
I broke things, and now I'm. God damn it.
we're still on, but thank you for that. You know what? Hell with it. Damn it! I'll cuss for you too. It's at the end of a 3.5 hour video. Like, no one's gonna be checking this for curse words. Ass damn.
Why do you even care?
Damn it, ass. No, see, you know what? Kids watch this. Look, did you see earlier the comment about the kid? The kid who watches the cat.
Really bad though.
The kid watches the cat, man. Kids watch this show. Can't do that.
Meh.
Tell kids to mute.
Kids watch.
You know what I went through as a kid?
Yeah, I know. We all saw much worse. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. My name is UltimatDJz. I'm your friendly neighborhood cat person. I'm saying meow for now, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Sunday Fun Day of Talking Trek here live on YouTube. Want to thank our gold patrons. For donating at least $5 or more per month. Thank you very much. Visit our website for details on how you can turn your name gold and join our patron program at TalkingTrekSTFC.online. That's TalkingTrekSTFC.online. The cat is waving at you. It just, like, we don't have hands. The cat doesn't have it. I'm sitting on them. Meow for now. Love you, mean it. UltimatDJz signing off for Talking Trek Live, Star Trek Fleet Command's official podcast. Stay tuned here for information and news as it becomes available each and every day, whatever, happens. Love you, mean it. See ya. Bye.